Your boy, VLSD back in the building with another Sixers live play-by-play. That is right. We're back here for game number 3 of the first round between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Toronto Raptors. This time we take on the Toronto Raptors in Canada, where the Raptors play. And I know we're going to be out without Matisse Thybulle, but hopefully the Sixers can still find a way to grab this W and go up 3-0. And let's get it going. And let me just be back with you guys in one sec. There you go. Alright, sorry guys, but as usual, what happens every single live stream, your segment of your daily dose of me getting interrupted on live stream like a normal habit, like always, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, like I said before, we're back at game number 3, Sixers Raptors, minus Matisse Thybulle tonight, but hopefully our guys still stay strong, try to grab the W, and let's see what we can do in game number 3 against the Toronto Raptors up in Canada. Let's see if we can grab a game 3 win and maybe make a potential sweep. But I still, as of right now, can see the Sixers winning in 5 games. But if we can sweep them, that'd be even better. And let's say what's up to the chat. Lucas Holman, appreciate you for being the first one in here. Appreciate you for coming through. Jay Wright retired, man. Yeah, I did see that Jay Wright ended up retiring for the Villanova Wildcats. But it is what it is. You know, the man coached in the NCAA basketball college basketball for 20 years, you know. But I think it was time for that man to, you know, hang it up, I guess. So, but anyway, congrats to Jay Wright on a fantastic career. Congrats to him. You ain't sitting in the big chair tonight, LOL. Hey, you know what? It is what it is. Like, I gotta deal with the chairs that I have, man. I gotta deal with the chairs that I have tonight. MC, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. So go Sixers. Yes, sir, you already know. Let me shut the music off here. All right. Yeah, like I said before, appreciate you guys for coming through. If you guys have not done so, please go ahead and hit the like button on the stream and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Let's keep continuing to grow out this channel. So, guys, please share out this channel as much as you possibly can. And you guys might be asking yourselves, BLSG, why is the record for when you wear the Tyrese Maxey jersey not on the screen right now? That is because I am wearing the Joel Embiid jersey. I know it's like one of those jersey t-shirts, but Joel Embiid is what shows on the back of this. So, and I also made an agreement, if you guys did not see probably from game 1 or from the last game of the season, whenever it was that I did it, I clearly said that for the home games, I would wear my Tyrese Maxey jersey, and for the away games, I would wear the Joel Embiid jersey. So, yeah, you know, I just kind of decided to go with a format like this, you know. That way we can't really ruin, like, the – what's our record? 14-1 in the Tyrese Maxey jersey. We can't really ruin it tonight or in game number 4. So let's see what we have here in game number 3. Let's take care of business, and let's go to game 4. Same place. So let's see what we can do. Hoping to see the Sixers take one of these next 2 games at least. But if we can take both of these games and sweep the Raptors, I'll be the happiest camper that you can ever see. But I will still be happy camper if the Sixers win one of these next 2 games up in Toronto. Should have gave us a warning like Coach K did. Hey, you already know. Where'd you get the Maxey jersey from? I actually had that as a Christmas present, Lucas, but the first Maxey jersey that I received was a little too small in size, and we ended up having to reorder it because the size was too small. We ended up getting from, I think it was purchased from the NBA website. I forget where it was, or the Philadelphia 76ers website. Wherever it could have been, that's where I got it from. So you know. But anyway, we're not wearing the Maxey jersey tonight, but hopefully the Embiid jersey can still get us to win over the Raptors. I'm hoping Embiid has a huge game tonight. Same with James Harden. Same with Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey have both been going off in the playoffs. I want to see this going into Game 3 and Game 4, and if we need it, a Game 5 too. So let's just see what we have tonight, and let's see if we can go grab that win and go 3-0. Sure, man. Appreciate you guys for coming through. The water's nice and cold. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. The beverage that I always have, water. It's nice and cold tonight. It's just how I like it. But, you know, it is what it is. Waiting for Game 3 to begin as soon as all these commercials are done. Like, now. Like, I wish they'd be done now instead of later. And, guys, drop your prediction. What jersey are the Philadelphia 76ers going to wear tonight? Are they wearing the white jerseys, the red jerseys, the blue jerseys, or the Spectrum jerseys? Let me know. My personal prediction, I think they are going with the white jerseys in this one. They're not going to go Spectrum because that's normal for the home games. And I have a feeling they're not going in the blue ones, and I think they just wore the red ones for game number 2. So I think they're going with the white jerseys in this one. It's either the white or the blue ones, in my opinion, because I think we wore the red jerseys in game 2, I do believe, and yeah. So I really think that the Sixers are going to be wearing the white jerseys tonight. Lucas Holman going ahead and saying that the Sixers will be wearing the blue jerseys. I can see him wearing the blue jerseys up in Toronto, but I really think that the white jerseys are going to come and play, and I think I see the Sixers wearing those. I already know it's not going to be the Spectrum because that's for the home games. I don't see the Sixers wearing blue. They kind of just wore red, I think, for game 2. They kind of just wore red. So I think my personal prediction, they're going white. They're going to go with the white jerseys tonight, in my opinion. But yeah, man, let's see. And guys, drop your score predictions in the chat. Let me know what your score is for Game 3 of the series. As you guys can see on the banner that's flying by, Sixers lead the series 2-0. Let's see if we can make that 3-0 tonight and make this whole thing change. Let's go. Appreciate everybody for coming through like always, man. Appreciate everybody. Let's get it going, man. Can't wait for Game 3. And hopefully we take care of business on Saturday for game number 4. And if we can win this game and game number 4, we can sweep the Toronto Raptors as the starting labs come in. As for your Philadelphia 76ers, you have James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid like it has always been. As for the Toronto Raptors, you have Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, and Ken Burch at the 5. So let's see what the Philadelphia 76ers have tonight up in Toronto against this Raptors team. Let's see what we can do, man. Let's see what we got. Oh, they are going Spectrum. All right, they're going Spectrum up in Toronto. That's crazy. The Sixers are going with the Spectrum jerseys up in Toronto. So, Lucas, you and I were both wrong, actually. The Sixers go with the Spectrum jerseys up in Toronto. That's crazy, but hey, let's still get that W. We might not be wearing the Maxey jersey, and I know we're 14-1 in that jersey, but hopefully this Embiid jersey right here, I know it doesn't show the Joel Embiid jersey number on the front, but it's on the back though. But, you know, let's see what this jersey can do tonight. Spectrum jerseys, wow, hey, you already know it, man. As the Raptors go ahead and win the tip, and we're underway in game number 3. Fred VanVleet gets it to Siakam, over to Anunoby, back to VanVleet. Over to Ken Burch. Burch making Joel Embiid have to jump. It goes up, and it's good for Ken Burch to start off this one in Toronto. 1-5-1 in Toronto. It's fine. It's fine. Personal opinions. It's all that matters. There's James Harden with the ball. Harden matched up against Siakam. Over to Embiid. Embiid matched up against Ken Burch. Embiid now pumping. Embiid getting stripped. VanVleet currently has the ball. He's looking down to Siakam for 3. That's no good for Pascal Siakam. James Harden able to get the rebound, though. As Harden's going to bring the ball up the floor, Harden's going to drive. Harden's going to go up. It's going to be a brick. Rebounded by the Raptors. Here's Fred VanVleet with the ball. VanVleet over to OG Anunoby. He's going to go up and lay it up and in. OG Anunoby And the Raptors up to a 4-0 start, but we've experienced something like this before, and the Sixers ended up winning in Game 2, which I believe was the last time when the Raptors blew that huge lead. Here's Joel Embiid with the ball, and he's already getting fouled here by Khem Birch. And once again, guys, you have your daily dose of me getting interrupted, so just give me 1 second. As they'll inbound it now to Joel Embiid, getting it over to Maxey. Maxey matched up against Gary Trent. Maxey's still looking against Gary Trent. He's going to drive. Maxey's going to lose the ball. 3 early turnovers, man. And Siakam going to throw it down like he always does. And the Toronto crowd is insane. You already know. And I feel like Doc Rivers should have taken the timeout a long time ago. Jeez, Sixers off to a rough start. But we've experienced this before. We should be okay. James Harden with the ball. Harden going to take a 3 now. That's good for James Harden. Sixers needed that one bad. I'm telling you, man, Sixers have experienced leads like this before from the Raptors, and then the Sixers need not bounce back. James Harden scoring the first points for the Sixers in this game. That's what we need to see all game from James Harden. Van Vliet over to OG Anunoby, over to Siakam. Siakam over to Gary Trent. Trent's still looking. Trent coming around the screen. Trent for 3. And that is no good for Gary Trent. Rebounded by the Sixers. Joel Embiid bringing the ball up the floor. Over to James Harden. Harden's going to drive. We'll get to the comments in a second. Green for 3. Or that's Harris. It's either Harris or Green. You'll lose the ball. Raptors lost the ball. And Embiid's got it. We'll get to the comments in a second, like I said before. Here's Tobias Harris looking. Finds Embiid. Embiid coming inside. Embiid for 2. That's no good. Come on, Joel. You got to get under the basket, my guy. Don't be shooting mid-range jump shots early. Siakam for 2. No good. Rebounded by Van Vliet out to Gary Trent. Trent over to Siakam. Siakam for 2. And it's good. Come on, man. Where is the defense? Where's our defense? Our defense looks asleep like we just woke up from a nap. There's Harden driving. Puts out for Maxey. Wait, that's Harris for 3. No good. Come on, guys. Where's the shot making too? Need a shot making in the defense, man. Van Vliet going again for 3. No good. Thank God. Rebounded by Tobias Harris for the Sixers. Brings it down the other end. Harris spins. Gets some double team. Green for 3. That's good for Danny Green. Danny Green and James Harden, the 2 guys on the board so far for Philadelphia. 8-6 is the score. Raptors lead. Here's Siakam. Gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby matched up against James Harden. Anunoby not taking 1. Brick. Rebounded by Joel Embiid for the Sixers, getting it over to James Harden. Harden matched up against Gary Trent. Harden's still looking. Harden's going to drive. He's going to go up and get fouled. Getting fouled by, I believe, Gary Trent Jr. Hey, man, we're staying in this game. And if we stay in this game, we do have a chance. Thanks. What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Said, sorry, I'm late, BSG. Forgot you were streaming. Hey, it's all good, man. You're not that late. You're not that late. It's all good. You're not that late, my guy. But appreciate you for coming through. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, my guy. And they'll inbound now. James Harden inbounds it to Embiid. Embiid trying to continue to direct traffic. Embiid getting stiff-armed by Khem Birch. Embiid trying to hold on to it the best he can. Trying to put it out for Maxey. But it is going to, I believe, stay Sixers ball. But not that much time on the shot clock. Just 3.8 seconds. And they have to take it all the way back. They have to take it all the way back with 3.8 seconds. They got to inbound it and get it up quickly. Maxey going for the logo. Oh, too hard off the glass. And it'll be a shot clock violation here. I don't think Maxey got it off, so I think it's a shot clock violation. Come on, man, let's go. Gotta wake it up a little bit. Come on. With 3 turnovers to the Raptors 1. There's Siakam, gets it over to Khem Birch. Birch matched up against Embiid. Gets up to Fred Van Vliet. Van Vliet matched up on Embiid. Over to switches with Maxey. Gets to Siakam. Siakam looking. Siakam spinning. Shoots it for 2. No good. Tobias Harris will rebound for the Sixers. He gets it over to Harden. Harden still looking. Harden wants to handle it some more. Harden matched up again against Siakam. Harden's still looking. Matched up against Fred VanVleet now. Harden's going to drive. Harden's going to go up. And he will be fouled here. I believe by Fred VanVleet, if I am not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, Fred VanVleet's the one to draw the foul. I can't really hear the TV because I do not want to get copyrighted. So, I think it was, in fact, on Fred VanVleet. Gangrene always lights it up in Toronto, his former hometown. Hey, you already know, my guy. You already know. As James Harden will make the first free throw at the line. James Harden is almost, if not too experienced to know what any opposite team fan base is giving him. When they whack their boom whackers in the stands, James Harden knows it too well. He knows it way too well. For the most part, I should say. Because not everybody makes their free throws. But they should for the most part. All right, 8-7 right now with Harden making the first free throw. They're going to make it 8-8. And he misses the second. Come on, Harden. What you doing? Raptors do get the rebound. Come on, man. You got to do better than that. VanVleet bringing it up the floor. Finds Gary Trent. Matched up against Danny Green. Gary Trent still looking. Gary Trent's going to drive. Shoot it for 2. That's good for Gary Trent. Come on, man. Where's our defense at? Danny Green slow as a turtle. What do you know? Here's James Harden with the ball over to Tobias Harris. Harris still looking matched up against Gary Trent. Finds Embiid. Embiid matched up against Anunoby. He's going to spin, go up, lay it up. And they're going to call a travel on Joel Embiid. Come on, man.
Really?
Sorry, guys. Once again, for the third time, your daily dose of me getting interrupted. That's 3 times now. That's probably more times than I've gotten interrupted in more than in one play-by-play that I do. But seriously, we need our defense and we need our shooting to be better. Joel Embiid, you gotta stop traveling, man. I know you gotta keep one of your feet in place, but like you gotta keep it there. Doc Rivers probably took a timeout to tell his boys to start adjusting. Because Embiid is not in his comfort zone right now, I'll tell you that. So there's no way Nick Nurse would take a timeout right now. There's absolutely no way Nick Nurse would take a timeout right now. It had to be by Doc Rivers for sure. It had to. Yeah, man, sloppy game in the beginning, but, Sixers always find a way to adjust. They did. I believe in game 2 when they were down by a lot early and they came all the way back and they ended up winning the game. So I guess we'll see what happens tonight against Toronto. Hopefully we get this win here. Hopefully we win at least one of the next 2. Let's see what we got, man. We need to get it going real quick. Nick Nurse is not messing around in this game tonight. Him and his Raptors need to win. But we need to continue to make this number right here beside that little hyphen. We need to keep that at 0 and make it 3-0. You're 1 away from 310. Yeah, I know, Lucas. Appreciate everybody who's also been supporting the channel as well. If you guys have not done it yet, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're new to this channel. Been grinding out content a lot lately for you guys. Doing this Sixers play-by-play tonight, and the Sixers win probably a post game if they do end up winning this one. But we'll have to see what happens. But I've been continuing to grind it out for you guys, man. I've been continuing to do that. And as long as you guys keep supporting the channel, I'll keep on making this content. Joel Embiid kind of
Joel Embiid just got to start getting into the basket more. He's got to do that early. Get the Raptors players gassed, and that's when you can start shooting a little bit from mid-range and from three. But for now, Joel, get under the basket because I can't take you shooting jump shots this early in the game when these guys were all juiced up. When the Raptors players are juiced up and when the Raptors players are juiced up when you're going against them, you really just can't seem to just do that, something like that. Support this guy. Hey, you already know, appreciate you, MC. Your bowling video is going off. Which one? The one I recently just posted, or which one are you talking about? Because I put out a lot of them. As the game is back on here, here's Fred VanVleet giving over to Gary Trent. Gary Trent coming around Danny Green. Gary Trent going for two, and it's good. No foul. They do get the rebound with Anunoby, who goes up and gets it to go for two. And you're right about these Raptors fans going off. The other one. How many views does it have? Let me know. If I know which views, how many views it has, I will know which one you're talking about. As James Harden gets it over to Joel Embiid, Embiid coming inside, Embiid going up, and it's good for Joel Embiid. Thank you, Joel. Get under the basket, let these guys get gassed, and then you can start shooting more from mid-range and from the field, or from three rather. Here's for VanVleet now. VanVleet going to drive and gets fouled by Tyrese Maxey. Maxey eventually has to start putting up some shots, man. Oh, yeah, I know which one you're talking about now. I know which one you're talking about. That was the very first bowling video that I posted, by the way. That was the very first one that I posted. So, of course, that one's going to be the one that has the most views because it's the oldest one. And Shake Milton will already come in for James Harden. Wow, Shake Milton is the first substitute that the Sixers make. They put in Shake Milton. Here's pressures Achua over to Siakam. Siakam matched up against Embiid. Siakam over to Achua, and the refs blow the whistle. What now? What? Looks like a foul on Tobias Harris. Like, what? What's Tobias Harris going to foul for? The refs are going to win this game for the Raptors. The refs are going to cheat this game and have the Raptors win it. Achua getting over to VanVleet, getting over to, I believe that is Anunoby. Anunoby with the step back over the taller Milton. That's no good, but a foul call on Shake Milton. Yo, Coach Dante, appreciate you for coming through, my guy. If you guys have not done so, please go ahead and subscribe to Coach Dante and his newest channel that he has up going, the Spotlight Sports Network. Please go ahead and subscribe to those two channels. Him and the Spotlight Sports Network have both been grinding it out lately. So please go ahead and subscribe to those two channels, Coach Dante and the Spotlight Sports Network. As the first one is good for OG Anunoby at the line. But we got to be more aggressive, though, man. Always my guy. I'm always showing their love and support. Hey, appreciate it, Coach Dante. Appreciate you for coming through as well. Be sure to hit the like button, my guy, because I already know you're subscribed, so I don't even have to ask you to do that task. There's Maxey over to Embiid. Embiid against Achua. Embiid for two. Embiid, stop taking the shots from mid-range. Get the players gassed, and that's when you can start doing that. Siakam, Trent. Achua stripped. Sixers get the steal. Tobias loses the ball. Come on, guys. We have to have Joel Embiid dive for it. We got to have Joel Embiid dive for it out here. We shouldn't be having our center dive for the ball. We shouldn't be having our center dive for the ball, bro. This Raptors team is getting gritty. This Raptors team is starting to eat, man. We got to heat up ourselves. We got to get going. Like now. We already have 5 turnovers here. Literally in this whole first quarter. Gary Trent out to Achua. Achua over to, I believe that's Siakam. Siakam's going to drive on Harris. Spin. Siakam. Down the floor. Strip. Loses the ball. Harris going to bring it down the other end. Mess up on Van Vliet over to Milton. Milton. Puts it out of bounds. I think it's out of bounds on Achua. Gonna stay Sixers ball here with 18 on the shot clock. Share on Twitter. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you. They're chanting F and B WTF. Hey, that is stupid, man. Harris for 3, taking 1. That's good. Tobias Harris, finally. Finally, someone made a 3. Jeez, we need buckets, man. I think all of our shots except James Harden's free throw have come from 3-point range. I'm pretty sure all of our shots except for actually no, Joel Embiid had the layup. He had the layup, man. Joel Embiid had the layup. That's right. I was about to say, for the most part, most of our shots have come from 3-point range. There was the 2-pointer by Joel Embiid and the free throw by James Harden. I do remember those. We got to continue to go, man. We got to continue to keep this going. We need to continue to put shots in. Get these guys gassed, man. That is how you win games. When you get your opposing team gassed, that's where you take advantage. You take advantage when you have this team gassed. I'm telling you, man, up in Toronto, it's going to be hard to win. But we have to at least win one of these next 2. Gary Trent Jr. really hasn't been good in the postseason. George Niang already going to sub in here for Danny Green. Put a younger guy on the floor. As the Raptors will make the second one. Hey, guys, I like to see this. I like to see the support of other streams. Keep it up and go Sixers. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Actually going for 3. No good. Come on, guys. We need to wake it up. We got to kick it up a notch, man. Van Vliet misses it. Boucher gets the rebound as he checked into the game. Over to Siakam. Siakam spinning. Gets grabbed, but no fouls. Van Vliet drives. Finds Boucher for 2. No good. And B gets the rebound. Embiid over to Maxey. Maxey back over to Embiid. Embiid getting clamped. Has to put it out for Maxey. Back over to Milton. Niang for 3. Got it! George Niang tying the game up. Let's go. With 3.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Game is tied at 15. Here's Van Vliet. Out for Achua for 3. Got it. That's the first 3-pointer made for the Raptors tonight. That's the first 3 made by the Raptors tonight to give them an 18-15 lead. Got to answer, boys. We need to answer. Here's Joel Embiid matched up against Achua. Gets it down to Maxey. Maxey going to his left. Maxey gets stolen. Maxey, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Out to Trent for 3. Got it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Doc Rivers needs a timeout now. Apparently the first timeout was by Nick Nurse. I don't know what Nick Nurse would take a timeout for. But that's crazy, man. It's crazy for the fact that the Raptors couldn't do this in games 1 and 2, but they're doing this in game 3. It's crazy that they couldn't do this in the first 2 games, but they can do this in game 3. If they did this in the first 2, and if they keep playing like this, they'd be up 3-0 in this series right now. TP, appreciate you for coming through. He said it's either tough defense by both teams or lousy shooting. TP, from me, how about both? How about both? How about both? How about both for this one? Coach Dante says that was a Levi pass by Tyrese Maxey. Dallas just lazy. Yeah, ain't that the truth? But slow start for the Sixers. But again, we've been through this before. We went through this in game 2, and you know what happened? We still won. Coach Dante meant to say that was a lazy pass Tyrese Maxey, just a terrible pass. Yeah, it was really a terrible pass. I don't know why he would put it. I don't know why Maxey would even give it to Embiid. He should just take it himself or pass it out to another shooter. You cannot have Joel go in from mid-range early. You can't have this man go from mid-range early or from three. You need to get the Raptors team gassed first before you start shooting from mid-range and from three, especially if you are a center. And they know what to send to Joel Embiid. So they literally just have to settle. They just literally have to get the Raptors players gassed, and then they won't be able to keep up. And then that's where Joel Embiid should start shooting from mid-range and from three. 76ers better wake up and be ready because they're going to see a different Toronto Raptors team at home on their home floor. Yeah, but based on what I saw after the first two home games, but comparing to what I'm seeing tonight, from what I saw the first two home games, I didn't even see anything coming from the Raptors. But what I'm seeing from this game, Nick Nurse is adjusting. But, Doc Rivers is going to have to make adjustments too. And I think Doc Rivers is going to. But it's all about the Sixers players executing on the floor. So we'll have to see what happens at home if we need to force a Game 5. Depending if we win this one or not. Speaking of 5, appreciate the 5 people for being up in the chat. If you guys have not done so, please go ahead and hit the like button on the stream and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. Appreciate everybody. We got to keep this going, man. We got to continue putting these shots. We're shooting better from 3 than the Raptors. We're 4 for 7. They're 2 for 6. And we're still losing because they have more shots put in from inside. We got to continue to get on the inside. But when you get in the inside, do not use Joel Embiid because they know what they're going to send at Joel. They're going to send double teams and triple teams at Joel Embiid because one-on-ones are really just not going to work. And it's 6 turnovers for the Sixers in this first quarter, and some of them have come from Joel Embiid because he just has been going from mid-range too much, and he can't be doing that. Anyway, as Shake Milton has the ball, gets it over to Niang. Niang gets it over to Embiid. Embiid matched up, gives it back to Niang, back to Embiid. Embiid stripped again, bro. This is why I'm saying that Joel Embiid needs to get under the basket. Gets it over, chucks it over to Anunoby. It's up and it's good. Come on, man. We're selling right now. Where's our Game 1 and Game 2 performance? And that better be a foul on the Raptors. And, of course, Tobias Harris is going to make it when it doesn't even count. Tobias Harris literally made the shot from 3. Tobias Harris literally made the shot from 3, but the foul was called on OG Anunoby. Easy foul on OG Anunoby for sure. MC says exactly Coach Dante. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, besides, when you have one of the best coaches in the NBA right now, Nick Nurse, as your coach, he is one of the best coaches, in my opinion, in the NBA. He's one of the best coaches in the NBA. He'll know how to adjust, and he especially knows how to get to your best player. He knows how to get to your best player, too. As the inbound went in, but looks like a foul here on Precious Achiuwa. But we're down 8 here, man, so we got to really step it up a little bit. With 2:16 left to go. And Joel Embiid looks like he's actually getting free throws here, so we need Joel Embiid to start making these, man. We got to have him start making this. Joel Embiid's got to start making it count. We're down by 8 here with 2:16 to go. We got to continue to step up. We got to step up. We got to play defense, and we have to shoot better. Well, let Joel shoot from mid-range when the Raptors players are gassed. And Joel Embiid misses the first one. Come on, Joel. Joel off to a bad start, bro. I mean, if Joel's going to shoot the ball, you got to shoot it from under the basket, man. But you got to make your free throws at the same time. Joel Embiid will make the second one, though. Thank God. Dude, come on, man. Seriously. It's crazy. Here's Fred VanVleet with the ball. Gets over to Gary Trent Jr. Trent Jr. gets it out for Achiuwa. Achiuwa matched up against Embiid. Achiuwa going to his right. Achiuwa coming inside. Goes up, misses it. Embiid Gets it to Harden. Harden coming inside. Harden's going to go up. Get blocked. Will stay Sixers basketball with 17 on the shot clock. That was OG Anunoby with the block on James Harden, but it did go out of bounds. Danny Green with the inbound gets to Embiid. Embiid matched up against Achua. Embiid lost it, gets it back, chucks it down for Niang, and Niang cannot handle it. Come on, George. We're playing like you know what right now. Not even going to say the word. We have 8 turnovers in this first quarter. It's unacceptable. The Raptors just have 3. Unacceptable, bro. Anunoby coming inside. Gets to Achua. Out to Boucher for 3. That's good for Chris Boucher. Come on, man. Where is our defense at? Why do we look half asleep on the floor? And James Harden. And James Harden apparently takes an offensive foul. Dude, this is bad right now. That's 9 turnovers. Just in the first quarter.
That's not good.
Sorry, guys. For the 4th time, I'm getting interrupted. I'm in no mood for it right now. Because the Sixers down by 10 and playing like absolute you-know-what right now. That I'm getting all PO'd. That's 9 turnovers in the first quarter. Fred VanVleet coming inside, gets it out to Trent Jr. for 3. No good from Gary Trent Jr. Thank God. Rebound at Harden, please. Thank you. We need to make a few shots here before the end of the first. We have to make a few shots here. There's James Harden coming inside. Harden puts it out for Niang. Niang pump fakes. Niang goes for 3. That's good for George Niang. Thank goodness George Niang can make 3s, man. And we can't have Joel Embiid try to do too much. That's why you got to spread the ball around. And Anunoby going for 3. That's good for OG Anunoby. Come on, man. We need at least over 20 points in this first quarter. We need at least over 20 right now. Here's James Harden with the ball. Harden matched up against Gary Trent. Harden just dribbling with the ball at the logo against Gary Trent. Now going to start walking a little bit. Harden coming inside, gets it out. And Embiid for 3 from the corner. No good. Come on, Joel. And Anunoby coming inside, puts it up. Blocked with a monstrous block by Joel Embiid. And the first quarter comes to a close. Bad quarter from the Sixers, man. Bad quarter. Terrible quarter. But Embiid with a monstrous block to finish up the first. Bad quarter, though, bro. We're playing right now in the first quarter. We're playing like we literally just woke up from a nap. Did we literally, like, sleep right before this game? And if we did, where's the energy at? Where's the energy at if we literally just woke up from a nap? Seriously. It's ridiculous. All right, we'll go over the first quarter points here for each team. George Niang leading the way for the Sixers. Off the bench with 6 points. James Harden with 4 points. Joel Embiid, Danny Green, Tobias Harris each with 3 points. And it's not looking too promising after the first quarter, but we need to adjust like now. As for the Raptors, OG Anunoby with 10 points. Gary Trent Jr. with 7 points. Pascal Siakam with 4 points. 3 points each for Precious Achiuwa and Chris Boucher. And then 2 points for Kim Birch. Team stats after the end of the first quarter. Sixers shooting the ball 40% from the field to the Raptors 46%. Sixers shooting the ball 56% from 3 to the Raptors 44%. Sixers shooting the ball 50% from the free throw line to the Raptors 75%. The Sixers shooting Raptors are actually out-rebounding the Sixers 11-10 and same offensively 3-0. Raptors are out-assisting the Sixers 8-4. Both teams have the same amount of blocks with 1 each. Raptors have more steals than the Sixers, 4-3. Raptors are winning the turnover battle 8-3. Raptors have more points in the paint, 10-2, and 9 personal fouls called in that first quarter. 5 by the Raptors, 4 on the Sixers. Somehow in the world, the Raptors have more foul calls than the Sixers do. It feels like the Sixers have gotten every single call in that first quarter. That's exactly what it feels like. Crowd is getting to Embiid, but Embiid has to figure it out himself. He has to start figuring it out. Embiid needs to start being under the basket. Sometime in the second half is where you can start shooting from mid-range and from 3. That is when you can start shooting because the Raptors players are going to be gassed at that time. You cannot do that in the first quarter and maybe not even the second quarter when the Raptors are all juiced up and ready to go. You cannot do that. Because the Raptors know what they're giving you. They know what they're coming at you. And B just needs to adjust and figure it out. And B should have been under the basket with a few seconds left instead of taking a 3-point shot. He's got to get those guys in foul trouble. Yeah, I completely understand. And Joel Embiid's just really being just not that consistent right now as he only has Joel Embiid just has 3 points. That's why he's playing like this right now. And the Raptors, they know what to send to Joel Embiid. They're not sending one-on-one matchups anymore. They're sending double teams and triple teams at Joel Embiid. That's the only reason why Joel Embiid is playing this bad because with Nick Nurse adjusting, that's how it's happening. I know, but the Raptors fans this series not all have been toxic. Yeah, you already know. Anyways, James Harden here. Fake step back. It's over to Maxey. Back over to Harden. Harden matched up with Malachi Flynn. And another turnover, bro.
Yeah.
What now? For what? Seriously, this is annoying. They're helping the Raptors win, bro. They're helping the Raptors win Game 3. I already know it. There's Malachi Flynn getting out to Pascal Siakam. Gets it over to OG Anunoby. Anunoby against Paul Reed. I don't know why Paul Reed's on him. Anunoby going to his left. Anunoby down to Malachi Flynn. Flynn coming inside. Flynn puts it out. Achua for 3. That's good for Festus Achua. Come on. Come on, man. There's Tyrese Maxey now matched up with Malachi Flynn. Maxey coming inside, lays it up and lays it in. Finally, Maxey puts in a shot. Jeez, Maxey didn't put in a shot in that whole first quarter. He finally made one. It's about time he would. There's Siakam coming inside, matched up on Harden. Step back 2 for Siakam, and it's good. Come on. Where's our defense? Did we literally nap before the game and we're still half asleep? Come on. Maxey out to Harden. Harden matched up against Malachi Flynn. Harden driving. Harden goes up. Where's the foul on that? Harden literally fell to the floor. Someone had to do something to him. Achua driving, lays it up and lays it in. We are literally playing like lazy basketball right now. How are we playing this lazy of basketball right now? There's Maxey. Gets it out. Green for 3. Oh, my gosh. Now an offensive foul on Paul Reed. That's at least 10 turnovers in not even a quarter and a half for the Sixers. Raptors are helping the refs are helping the Raptors win. This is clearly Sixers versus refs right now. This isn't even Sixers versus Raptors. This is Sixers versus refs. And nobody gets blocked by Paul Reed. Here's Harris now with the ball. Battling against Siakam out to Harden. Harden matched up against Chris Boucher. Harden driving. Harden puts it up for Green. Out to Maxey. Maxey over to Paul Reed. Reed coming inside. Reed goes up. Misses it. Oh, my gosh. Next commercial break. I'm just going to go out the frame for just a minute. Seriously. This is bad. That's 11 turnovers for the Sixers right now. I'm ashamed. We're going to have like 22 turnovers by the end of this game. Actually, we could have like 30 turnovers. Based on the way this is going, we might have 30 turnovers by the end of this game. And this game might not even be close. We already have 12 turnovers tonight, and then games 1 and 2, we had a combined 17. And Siakam makes another 2-point jump shot. We'll get to the comments in a second, everybody. Appreciate you guys, though. And the Sixers have got to take another timeout. Siakam just made another mid-range jumper. Seriously, this is bad, bro. This is bad right now. He literally just walked inside the paint. Yeah, that's facts. AK Eagles Podcast. What's good, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. If you guys have not done so, please go ahead and subscribe to my guy, AK Eagles Podcast, just as it shows right here on his name. Please go ahead and sub him up. Good Eagles content creator. Also a Bulls fan as well. AK, appreciate you for coming through. Be sure to hit that like button, my guy. Appreciate everybody who's been coming through and supporting already. Well, the section, man, we're just – hold up. I forgot to do this, man. Guys, can y'all just give me 1 second? We literally had 12 turnovers in this game, and in games 1 and 2, we had a combined 17. Just give me a second, bro. We're literally playing like trash right now. To be completely honest, we're seriously playing like trash right now. We seriously shouldn't even have 12 turnovers in the first 15 minutes of game number 3. In games 1 and 2, we had a combined turnover amount of 17. And then not even a quarter and a half of game 3, we have 12 turnovers. That's unacceptable. At the way this is going, the Sixers at the end of this game could literally have 30 turnovers. This is ridiculous. It's crazy, bro. How this just has to happen to us in Toronto. In Toronto. Hey, appreciate everybody who appreciate the 6 likes from the people who have been supporting already. Appreciate you guys for the 6 people that have already liked the stream up. I'm telling you, man, the Sixers just have to they gotta continue to adjust, man, because we're not going to be able to adjust at this rate the way we're playing right now. 6 of 11 turnovers. Not even a quarter and a half in. Raptors have a 17-point lead, 38-21. Come on, man. Sixers got to step it up. Seriously. Not kidding you. Not even joking. Sixers got to really step up the game here. I really have told these guys to adjust. Because this is unacceptable right now, the way these guys are playing. Raptors are on a 23-6 scoring run right now. There's Tyrese Maxey with the ball matched up against Malachi Flynn. Gets it over to Tobias Harris. Matched up on OG Anunoby. And another turnover, Tobias! What are you doing? That's 12 turnovers. Siakam with the ball. He had a wide open OG Anunoby, but Sixers got lucky on that one because OG Anunoby was probably about to slam it right in their face, but thank God he lost the ball. That's just their 4th. We have 13 turnovers in this game. Here's James Harden with the ball. Harden Matching up. Or not, I've called travel. There's Harris coming inside. Harris goes up, lays it up, and lays it in. Tobias Harris. Thank goodness he laid one up and in. It's about time he would. Zuji Anunoby. Out to Malachi Flynn. Flynn matched up against Maxey over to Siakam. Siakam. Trying to direct traffic here. Siakam now matches up against Paul Reed. Siakam loses the ball. Here comes Paul Reed down the floor. Finds Maxey. Maxey's going to go up. Lay it up and in. Against Pascal Siakam, who did not get there in time to stop him. Tyrese Maxey with a huge layup when it mattered. We need points immediately. Here's Malachi Flynn over to OG Anunoby. Anunoby gets it over to Siakam, but Siakam lost the ball, but they're going to call it out of bounds on Tobias Harris. But Tobias Harris playing good defense, though, preventing Siakam from getting that ball. And if he would have made Siakam go out a little more, Siakam probably would have went out of bounds with the ball in possession. Sixers got to keep scoring, man, because we need all the scoring we can get here going. We need all the scoring. All right, Gary Trent Jr. coming back in for Chris Boucher. I'm telling you, man, Joel Embiid just has to adjust himself, man. As Anunoby gets it over to Siakam. Siakam matched up against Maxey over to Fred VanVleet. Over to Thaddeus Young. Back over to Fred VanVleet. Over to Thaddeus Young, who goes up, lays it up, and is going to lay it in for two. Thaddeus Young with another good layup to put the Raptors up 15, 40-25. Here's Maxey over to Harden. Harden. Coming inside. Harden's going to go up, and Harden's going to make it. And the foul. Good job by James Harden, man. We need all the points we can get right now based on how the Raptors played it when Joel Embiid was in. We got to put in all these points, man. No joke. Not even kidding. We need to put in probably a lot of these buckets, man. And James Harden just put in that bucket right there. At least James Harden is putting in something. The Beard's putting in some effort, man. Yeah, Mr. Harden. All right, Harden made the free throw. We'll get to the comments in a second. VanVleet over to Siakam, back over to VanVleet, taking another three, and that's good for Fred VanVleet. We cannot stop the three-point shots. Sixers, wake up! Jeez. James Harden, driving. Puts out for Paul Reed. Reed back to Harden. Harden, driving. Harden, out to Green for three. That's good for Danny Green. Thank goodness. Sixers need to get on the ball, man. They got to get on a run. Not even kidding. Here's VanVleet getting over to Siakam. Siakam back over to VanVleet for another three. No good that time. Rebounded by the Sixers. Here's Harden. Harden matched up one-on-one. Harden now matched up against Gary Trent. Harden out to Harris for three. No good for Tobias Harris. Danny Green gets the rebound, though. Green going up. Putting it up. And another offensive foul on the Sixers. What else is new? Sixers versus refs, man. No joke. I have a big headache, so I'm staying in bed, but I'm still watching a stream to keep up to speed. Hey, Nines, first of all, man, hopefully you feel better with your headache. And second of all, appreciate you for continuing to be a huge supporter of the channel. But seriously, this is not looking good right now. This is looking horrific. Even though we're down just 12. How are we not down by 20-plus points right now? Actually, how are we not down by 30-plus points? Siakam over to Anunoby, over to Gary Trent. Trent coming inside. Trent's going to go up with it for two. Lucky shot by Gary Trent and the foul. Sixers versus refs is all I've got to say. It's Sixers versus refs, man. I'm telling you. That's a BS call, bro. our game today. Hopefully, it'll be our game in the second half. Just appreciate for being a huge supporter on Nightings. At least I have great supporters on the stream tonight that are the only positive thing that I can be happy about right now. Gary Trent missed the free throw, by the way. Here we go. Here's James Harden with the ball. Harden with the step back three. How is that no good for James Harden? Can we please put in the shots? I'm tired of us not putting these in, man. Here's Fred VanVleet with the ball. Fred VanVleet's going to drive over to Precious Achiuwa. Achiuwa driving. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. The refs finally made a good call. Offensive foul on Precious Achiuwa. It's about time they would make a good call for once. But Danny Green's on the ground. Get Danny Green off. Do not even tell me Danny Green's hurt. Do not even tell me Danny Green's hurt. But it's about time the refs would get one good call right. It's about time they get a good call right, man. I'm tired of that crap, bro. I'm tired of this junk. It's ridiculous. Here's Maxey over to Embiid. Embiid back over to Maxey. Maxey against Achiuwa. Maxey looking for options. Finds Tobias Harris. Matched up against Fred VanVleet. Harris still looking, spinning. Harris going to fade for two. That's good for Tobias Harris. We need to keep that going the whole game, man. We're 6 for 9 in the quarter. Raptors are 7 for 9. Here's Fred VanVleet. Gets it over to Thaddeus Young, over to Siakam, over to Achiuwa, battling against Embiid. And he's going to go Sixers ball. All right. Let's go. We need to take advantage of this. We need to take advantage of this. Let's go. Here's Maxey. Just over to Embiid, back to Maxey. Maxey must up against Achiuwa, over to Harris, back to Maxey, over to Harden. Harden coming inside. Harden out to Harris. Harris still looking. Harris out to Maxey. Maxey going to take one from three. That's no good from Tyrese Maxey. Embiid tries to bat it out. But Fred VanVleet gets the rebound. VanVleet over to Siakam for two. No good. Maxey puts out for Embiid in front. Embiid cannot lose that ball. Embiid pushed out of bounds by, I believe that is Fred VanVleet. And a technical now to Fred VanVleet. So it was originally just a straight up foul, and then they assigned VanVleet a technical. So now Maxey is going to shoot the technical free throws, and that first one is good. So it was one technical free throw and possession, but Fred VanVleet stays in the game. Fred VanVleet stays in this game, despite the fact that he ends up getting a technical. A second tee, and he's out of here. Joel Embiid able to inbound it, but puts it out for Maxey. Maxey matched up against Fred VanVleet. Gets it over to Joel Embiid. Embiid over to Harden. Harden matched up against Siakam. Embiid trying to get Harden a screen. Harden, step back three. That's good for James Harden. We needed that three. That three was needed big time. And that should be a timeout by Nick Nurse, and it will be. As the Sixers are starting to make their case. They're starting to bring it back a little bit. They bring it back to single digits thanks to the beard. James Harden. There's a beautiful bucket when it matters for James Harden. But we need to keep this up. We need to keep up the intensity. We need to keep up the shot making. We need to keep up the defense. We have to keep playing with this energy. This is the same exact energy that I need to see every minute, every second, every millisecond that this game holds. Every millisecond that this game has to be played. This is the way I need us to play. Big time. James Harden starting out with a quick 10 points. First player to make it in double figures, by the way. Surprisingly, it is not Joel Embiid. Yeah, man, we have to continue to close this gap. Let's continue to close this gap, man. We have 18 points in the second quarter. The Raptors 16. So this is definitely a much closer scoring quarter than what the first quarter was. This is definitely much closer in scoring, for sure. This is definitely much closer in terms of scoring, man. This is definitely way closer. And this is what I need to see. I need to see us play with this same exact energy every single game, every single minute, every single second, and every single millisecond that this team has to play in order for a chance to win. This is how we need to play. The Sixers cut this down to single digits, 45-37. We need to keep this going. In order, if we want to win Game 3, this is what we have to do. Raptors are not going to give up on the way they played that first quarter. They're not giving up. The only reason why it's down to single digits is because the Sixers have been playing tougher. They've been adjusting. They've been playing tougher, and nothing for the Raptors from the same tactic that they used in the first quarter has worked for them in the second. Sixers need to keep playing like they are in the second quarter right now. That's how I need to see them play. I need to see them play like this every single time. We got to keep playing like that, man. Need to keep playing with that same exact energy that we are seeing in the second quarter. That is how the Sixers need to continue to play. Staying in this, man. We're staying in this. We may have 13 turnovers to the Raptors 6, and we might have been playing sloppy in the first quarter. But hey, if we can just continue to play the way we are playing in the second quarter, the Sixers might still have a chance. But we need to keep playing like we are in the second quarter. We need to make shots. Joel Embiid must get inside. These Raptors players are still juiced up. They're still juiced up. And they can still come at Embiid. They can still send double teams and triple teams at him. And they can stop him from 3 or mid-range. This is why Joel Embiid needs to get under the basket at all costs. As the game is back on, and Gary Trent will inbound it now. As he inbounds it now to Fred VanVleet. VanVleet puts it over to Siakam. Siakam bringing it over to Fred VanVleet. Matched up against Danny Green. Back to Siakam. Siakam matched up against Embiid. Siakam still looking. Siakam lost it for a minute. Has to take the 2-point shot, and it's good. Siakam, of course, has to shoot it when the shot clock is winding down, and of course he has to make it. Of course he has to. Has to do this every single time. Any player can do this by any means. Joel Embiid gets it over to Harden. Harden coming inside, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid has to continue to dribble. It's out for Harden. Harris, Maxey, bring it inside. Maxey out to Green for 3. That is short from Danny Green. Green gets it out for Maxey again. Gets to Harden, comes inside. Harden puts it up, and Joel will slam it for 2. There you go, Embiid. See what I mean? We have to get Joel Embiid under the basket. That's how you possibly win games, especially against the Raptors team that is all juiced up and ready to go. Here goes Gary Trent here directing traffic. Finds out Anunoby back to Gary Trent over to Siakam. Siakam down to Anunoby, who goes for 3. And it's no good for OG Anunoby. Sixers get the rebound. 2.5 minutes left. Let's make something happen. Maxey gets over to Danny Green. Green back to Harris. Harris over to Harden. Matched up against Fred VanVleet. Using Embiid as a screen. Harden drives, shoots, or lays it up and lays it in. Good layup by James Harden. James Harden pretty much being the leader of this team tonight. I like it. I like it. They cut it down to a 6-point deficit, the Sixers. There's Fred VanVleet over to Gary Trent Jr. Trent Jr. over to Fred VanVleet, who comes inside. VanVleet out to Siakam. Siakam matched up against Danny Green. He comes inside. Puts down for Anunoby for 3. That's good for OG Anunoby. That's a huge shot for the Raptors to put their lead back up to 9. And they shoot for 3. And that's a huge play from Tyrese Maxey to shoot that one up and in for 3. Raptors forgot to play defense. Minute and a half to go. VanVleet with the ball, matched up against Maxey over to Siakam. Siakam over to Kem Birch for 2. That is no good for Kem Birch. And Kem Birch gets the rebound. Gary Trent for 3. Gets it. This is why you need to rebound the ball. I know we're like 28th in the league in rebounding, but can you rebound? Can you put up an effort and try to rebound the ball? As Maxey lays one up and in. Can you at least make an effort to rebound the ball and not stand around? That's how you allow points. And we don't want points allowed. Here's Siakam with the ball. Siakam messed up against Harris, spinning, shoots, and he is going to miss it. Harris gets the rebound. Puts it down for James Harden. Nearly 40 seconds left to go. Harden. Down to Joel Embiid. He loses the ball. Come on, Joel. Joel Embiid is really starting to PO me off. Joel Embiid is really starting to pee me off this game. Siakam gets over to Van Vliet. Ken Burgess wide open for three. That's no good. Sixers get lucky. And Nobi gets the rebound. Can we get the rebound, Sixers? Looks out for Gary Trent Jr. Comes around Maxey. Jr. for three. And no good. And foul on the floor again. Sixers versus refs, bro. Don't care what anybody says. Danny Green and Maxey are battling. We got Harden trying to calm down Danny Green. Fred VanVleet will make the first free throw. Looks like Danny Green gets a T. And so did Joel Embiid. Three players tried to calm down Danny Green. James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid tried to calm him down. Raptors will have time for one. Raptors have an 8-point lead. Siakam matched up against Harris. Coming inside, Siakam for two. That's good. 0.4 of a second left. And the Raptors have a 10-point lead. And B just going to chug it for fun. And he's not going to make it. Raptors have a 10-point lead on the Sixers to end it off at the half. Ugly first half for the Sixers. But I can definitely say that was definitely a much better quarter for the Sixers. I can admit that. That was a much better quarter for the Sixers right there. That was way better. Despite the fact that both teams ended up tying with 27 points in the second, I can definitely say that was a much better quarter for the Sixers. But the Sixers have to hold off the Raptors even more because the Raptors are sending everybody at you at all costs. They're sending everybody at you. But that first quarter was just ugly. Second quarter was better, and hopefully we can win. Hopefully we can win the third and the fourth, and hopefully have a chance at beating this team. But it's going to be hard to, based on how the Raptors played the first quarter and technically the second, because they kind of play it the same way. But the Sixers were able to contest more in the second quarter than what they did in the first quarter. Now for your halftime stats from both teams. James Harden leading the way for the Philadelphia 76ers with 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists. Tyrese Maxey with 10 points, no rebounds, and an assist. Tobias Harris with 7 points, 6 rebounds, and an assist. Danny Green with 6 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. George Niang with just 6 points straight up. And then Joel Embiid with 5 points, 4 rebounds, and no assists. Joel Embiid has to start picking this up in the second half. Now as we go over to the Raptors side, OG Anunoby leading the way for the Toronto Raptors at all scores here in this first half with 13 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. Pascal Siakam following that up with 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Gary Trent Jr. with 12 points, a rebound, and 2 assists. Precious Achiuwa off the bench with 8 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Following that up is Fred VanVleet with 4 points, a rebound, and 6 assists. Chris Boucher with 3 points, 3 rebounds, and no assists. Kem Birch with 2 points, a rebound, and an assist. And Thaddeus Young with 2 points, no rebounds, and no assists for him. As we go over that, the team stats here, Sixers shooting the ball 55% from the field to the Raptors 51%. Both the Sixers and the Raptors are both shooting 50% from 3. Both the Sixers and the Raptors are also shooting 67% from the free throw line. Sixers are out-rebounding the Raptors 17-16. And offensively, Raptors are out-rebounding the Sixers 5-2. The Raptors are out-assisting the Sixers 15-9. The Sixers have more blocks than the Raptors 2-1. The Raptors have more steals than the Sixers 5-4. The Raptors, as usual, are winning the turnover battle 14-7. Points in the paint, Raptors are winning that battle 20-16. And then 18 personal fouls called in that first half, 10 on the Sixers and 8 on the Toronto Raptors. Yeah, man, we're going to take the halftime break like we always do. This is not how I wanted the first half to go. But hopefully the Sixers can find a way to change this up and hopefully turn this around in the second half because they really need this bad. They need to start turning it around, and I mean immediately that they need to continue to turn this around. They need to start taking more leads. They need to go on more runs. Joel Embiid has to get inside and under the basket. We need to continue to make our shots. We need to play much better defense because we cannot allow that many points to any of these players on this team. No, OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam. We cannot allow these guys, Fred VanVleet even, we cannot allow these guys to get this many points on us, especially in the first half. We cannot allow that. We have to continue to prevent those guys from scoring. We got to play much better defense, especially. We need to shoot better. Joel Embiid needs to get inside more. I think Doc Rivers is going to talk to him the most in that locker room. And these refs, man, they're not going easy with the foul calls, man. They're not going to sell. They're really going after both teams in this one. But, yeah, man, we're going to take the halftime break like always. Go get a snack, go get a drink, go use the bathroom. Do whatever you guys got to do. We're going to take a sip here. And, yeah, man, we'll be back here for the second half. Give me all your thoughts in the chat. And we'll see you guys in the second half. Let's hope that the Sixers can adjust and hopefully find a way to take Game 3. But anyway, see you all for the second half, and let's see what the Sixers will do to improve. Yo, guys, we are back here, ready to go for the second half. Hopefully, the Sixers will be able to adjust in the second half here. See if they can grab themselves a win in Toronto here. Take a 3-0 series lead. It's not going to be easier in the second half, but let's see what these guys have got. Let's see what they've learned from the first half going into the second half, based on what changes they need to make and what they've done good on and what they could work on a little bit. Raptors are not going to quit though, man. So we got to continue to play our basketball like we did in the second quarter. And we got to lock up on defense, man. So each of the first 2 quarters, we have allowed over 20 points, almost 30 in each of the first 2 quarters. In the first quarter, we allowed 29 points. In the second quarter, we allowed 27. For a combined 26 against the Raptors. So our defense needs to step up. We need to continue to make shots. We need to apply pressure. And we just gotta get one of these next 2 in Canada. Of course, I'm gonna be mad if the Sixers don't win this one in Canada. But we need to win at least one of these next 2 games in Canada and then finish it off in game number 5. We have to. It's not gonna be easy. But we just have to get the job done. We have to get the job done and advance to the second round. Where we have had struggles, I'm going to admit it. We've had our struggles in the second round, but the second round struggles, they have to end this year. They got to end this year, man. They got to end this year, man. The second round struggles, they just have got to end this year. But we got to step up here in the second half, man. We got to step up big time. But you know something cool about this series is that the more games that the Sixers play here, the more often that I will know who the players are without even having to look on the computer for their jersey numbers and everything. But I'll probably still need help with the cleanup crew and all that. But here we go, man. Start of the second half here. Let's see what the Sixers have learned from the first half, and let's see if they need to adjust. Let's see what they've learned to see what they need to adjust here in the second half. Well, we have to start containing guys like OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet. We got to start containing them. OG Anunoby has just missed 3 times, which is only the reason why he has 13 points. He's missed 2 shots from 3-point range and 1 shot from close to the basket. Sixers got to find their way here in the second half and hopefully grab a W here in Canada. As the second half is underway, let's see what the Sixers have learned, man. See what the adjustments Doc Rivers has told him to make. Here's Maxey giving it to Embiid. Embiid back down to Maxey. Maxey coming up baseline, finds Harden over to Harris, who loses the ball again. Come on, Tobias. That's not what you had to learn in the locker room. There's Siakam now with the ball. Siakam down to OG Anunoby. Anunoby coming inside. Anunoby spins around Maxey. Has a beat all around him. And it'll be off the foot of Danny Green. Anunoby has got to get pressured, though. I will be completely honest. OG Anunoby has got to be pressured. He has to get pressured by our guys, man. He's the leading scorer tonight, and I know we would normally pressure Siakam and VanVleet, but we got to do Anunoby as well. Here's VanVleet with the ball. As he takes it, goes for 2 off the glass. No good. Sixers get the rebound. Here's James Harden driving. Harden goes up and lays it up and in. James Harden keeping us in this game. At least somebody can do something for this team, man. And James Harden's just kind of doing it for us tonight. We need James Harden to keep this up in the playoffs, but we need help from Joel Embiid. And there's an offensive foul. Finally! Wow, the refs finally called a foul on the Raptors? I thought they were going to call fouls on the Sixers all game. Apparently not. Here's Harden kicking out to Maxey. Maxey coming inside. Maxey laying it up. Gonna miss it. I don't know what kind of layup that was, Maxey, but you gotta be better than that, man. Here's Siakam with the ball. Siakam matching up against Harris. Siakam backs up into Harris. Trying to push Harris out the way. Finds Birch. Birch goes up. Misses it. And Embiid gets the rebound. Embiid is another guy that also has to step up, man. Joel Embiid coming inside. Shoots a mid-range jumper for 2. That's good for Joel Embiid. Just get these guys a little bit gassed, man. And then you can start shooting the mid-rangers. Then you can start shooting the mid-range jumpers, man. Here's Van Vliet. Over to Anunoby. He's going to miss it. Joel Embiid tramples over him. Nothing is called. Harden. Out to Maxey for 3. That's no good for Tyrese Maxey. Harden puts it out for Green. Back to Maxey. Harris comes inside. Spins. Harris still looking. Finds Maxey. Maxey coming inside. Maxey still looking against Siakam. Maxey still looking. Has got to shoot 1 for 2. That's no good. Danny Green, you got to pick up that rebound, though, my guy. Come on. Van Vliet trying to push Harden out of the way. And foul call on James Harden. James Harden's like, what's that on me for? There's Anunoby coming inside. Anunoby. No whistle. There should have been a whistle. And we out to Gary Trent for 3. That's good for Gary Trent, but there should have been an offensive foul right there. Where was that offensive foul, bro? Wow, we get offensive fouls when we do that tactic, but the Raptors don't get offensive fouls when they do the same thing that we do? Okay, that makes no sense, but all right. Stupid calls. James Harden with the ball. Harden matched up against Anunoby, using Embiid as a screen. Harden still looking, matched up against Kevin Birch. Harden looking, finds Embiid. Embiid, step back 3. Cannot get it off glass. Come on, Joel. Come on. Siakam finds Anunoby. Anunoby under the glass for 2. No good and a foul. Of course. Sixers versus refs. Anunoby should have had a foul right there. Come on, man. This looks like Anunoby misses the first free throw. This is great, dude. We got to beat the Raptors and the refs tonight. There's Maxey with the ball. Gets it to Embiid. Embiid still looking against Kevin Birch. Embiid putting it up. Going to draw a foul. Foul being on Kevin Birch. Embiid receives the inbound pass. Matched up against Kevin Birch with 4 fouls. Embiid spinning, looking, shoots 1, and it's good for Joel Embiid. Embiid sort of trying to find his rhythm back. Embiid trying to find his rhythm back, man. Here's Van Vliet down to Kevin Birch. Birch over to Van Vliet. Van Vliet coming around. Van Vliet matched up against Maxey. Van Vliet with the corner 3. No good for Fred Van Vliet. Sixers get the ball back. There's Harden getting blocked, puts it out for Embiid. Embiid gonna take a 3. That's good for Joel Embiid. Sixers needed that bucket when it matters. Van Vliet gets it over to Gary Trent standing at the logo. Gary Trent shooting 1 from mid-range for 2, and that's good for Gary Trent Jr. Got to prevent Gary Trent Jr. too, man. Here's Embiid going to take another three. It worked for him a couple shots. Not this time. Van Vliet bringing it down the other end. Sixers got to get down there with more hustle. Van Vliet getting it over to Gary Trent over to Siakam. Siakam matched up against Danny Green. I don't know why Danny Green's on him. Siakam backing into Danny Green. Gets it out. Trent Jr. for three. No good. Rebounded by the Sixers. Danny Green got the rebound. Puts it out for Harden. Brings it up the floor. James Harden. Who's looking? Harden matched up against Fred Van Vliet. Harden still looking. Harden coming inside. Harden lays it up and lays it in. James Harden with the huge bucket. Sixers cut the deficit down to 5. Thanks to the beard man. Gary Trent Jr. with 17. That's ridiculous. And we're allowing this man to get so many points. That will be a timeout for the Raptors. Nick Nurse wanting to talk things over with his guys. Good job by James Harden to keep us in this game. It's a great job by James Harden. I feel like the Sixers are just in this game because of James Harden right now. Joel Embiid bouncing back and getting 12 points here. Total with this third quarter is pretty good, actually. Joel Embiid starting to find his rhythm back. If Joel Embiid can just keep this up, Sixers still kind of have a chance to win this game. And I hope that the Sixers can find a way to win this game so we can take a 3-0 lead and play Game 4 once again up in Canada, which once again I will be live for Game 4 as well. So please, once again, be sure to come through and tune in like always. James Harden actually with 16. My bad. James Harden with 16 points here and leading the squad. James Harden leading the squad. When's the last time you heard me say James Harden would lead the squad and not Joel Embiid? Not Tyrese Maxey. Actually, not Joel Embiid for the most part. When was the last time you heard me say that James Harden would be leading this team right now in scoring? I think this might have been the first time that I've said that James Harden is leading this team in scoring. That is crazy. But I'm telling you, man, the Sixers have to get this on in 5. Because the same night that Game 6 is the same night as the NFL Draft. It's the same night as the NFL Draft, man. And I don't want to have the Sixers game go on with the NFL Draft at the same exact time. I don't want that to happen. I don't want us to have the NFL Draft and the Sixers game go on at the exact same time if we need a Game 6. And James Harden is pretty much playing one of, if not his best game, pretty much of the series tonight in game number 3. He's playing his best game right now. But guys like Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, a bit from the bench on George Niang, those guys have to step up, man. There's only 6 guys that have scored for the Sixers tonight. That's why we're down still. For the Raptors, there are 8 guys that have scored for the Raptors and only 6 for the Sixers. And the Sixers are still down by 5. And they're only down by 5. And they only have 6 players scoring. At this point, this looks like a 6-man rotation. Because George Niang is the only one on the board off the bench for the Sixers. It's ridiculous. But hey, man, we're down by 5. Let's keep this going. And if you guys have not done so, please go ahead and be sure to hit the like button on the stream and hit the subscribe button if you're new. We definitely appreciate it, man. Helps me grow out this channel. Helps me build it up. Let's continue to do that, man. And let's continue to show what we've got in this game. Joel Embiid in the second half with 7 points. In the first half, he had 5 points. In the first half, he was starting 2 for 5, and now he's 3 for 5 here in the second half. So overall, Embiid is shooting 50% from the field. Here's Pascal Siakam matched up against Danny Green. Achua used as a screen, gets it over to Van Vliet, over to Achua. Achua gets it down to Siakam. Siakam against Danny Green. Siakam shoots a 3. No good. James Harden gets the rebound. Huge rebound when it matters for the beard. Here's James Harden gets over to Joel Embiid, and Embiid's gonna slam it down with one hand with authority. All right, Joel. I gotta see more of that, buddy. Let's go. Joel Embiid with a monster poster. Trent Jr. gets it down to Siakam. Siakam matched up against Maxey over the pressure with Achua. Achua comes inside now. Matched up against Embiid, lays it up and lays it in. Embiid, you got to play better than defense than that, man. You can't just stand there and allow Achua to score. You can't do that. Here's James Harden with the ball. Harden matched up, I believe, against Gary Trent. Harden. Still looking. And a 3-second violation against the Raptors here. And Joel Embiid has tape on his right thumb. I actually didn't realize that. Maxey going to shoot the uncontested free throw, and it is good. So Maxey makes this a 4-point game, 64-60. Here we go. And they take the Sixers have the ball, take the inbound. Joel with the ball, gets it up and gets it to go for Joel Embiid, and one for Joel Embiid. Let's go. Joel Embiid reducing this down to a 2-point game. Beautiful job by Joel Embiid. Getting past Anunoby, getting by Siakam, puts it in. I'm back. Glad to see you back, Lucas. Embiid's starting to ramp it up a little bit, and this is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. Embiid is starting to ramp this up a little bit. And Joel Embiid makes the free throw, makes this a 1-point game here in Toronto. Sixers are just 6 for 8 from the line to the Raptors 5 for 8. There's a chew out to Fred VanVleet, gets it over to Siakam. Siakam over to Gary Trent. Gary Trent matched up against Danny Green. Gary Trent coming around, finds VanVleet, shoots a 3. It's airballed. They lose the ball. They cannot handle it, but the Raptors pick it up. But they're going to call it Sixers basketball anyways. I think it's against Achua. And Lucas, I wouldn't say Joel Embiid's going off because of the way he struggled in the first half, but he's definitely starting to ramp it up a little bit. And when Joel Embiid starts to ramp it up, it really starts to get difficult for the Raptors. Here's James Harden with the ball. Flips it over to Milton. Out to Harris. Harris still looking. Finds Milton. Back to Harden. Harden matched up against Gary Trent. Harden comes inside. Flips out to Embiid. Embiid with the long 3. Misses it. Shot clock violation for the Sixers. Called a shot clock violation on the Sixers. It's a 1-point game still. Here's Anunoby with the ball. Anunoby gets it over to Achua. Achua goes up, lays it up, and lays it in over Joel Embiid. Back to a 3-point lead here for the Raptors. Sixers have got to find a way to answer. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Harden gets it over to Shake Milton. Milton over to Embiid. Embiid spinning around Achua. Lost the ball. Joel, come on, man. Don't be your first half self, man. And Gary Trent gets it up and gets it to go, and Doc Rivers immediately wants a timeout. Joel Embiid, man, you can't continue to lose the ball. Those are costly in the playoffs, man. You cannot continue to lose the ball. You got to hang on to that thing, man. You got to hang on to that little object in your hands, Joel. It's a hands team. Come on. You got to hang on to that thing, man. Sixers got to continue to wake up, and they got to prevent these turnovers because this turnover ratio is ridiculous. The fact that we have 16 turnovers here is just absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that we're still down by single digits is absolutely ridiculous. He keeps on trying to dribble all the time. He's got to put it up and shoot. I need Joel Embiid just to get under the basket, period. Because these Raptors are still all juiced up. They're not even like tired right now. I need Joel Embiid to get under the basket because every time that the Raptors or every time Joel Embiid tries to shoot it, the Raptors are right there for it, and Joel Embiid cannot grab the rebound. That is why I need to see Joel Embiid under the basket because it is his best chance at this point to start scoring. It is his best chance to start scoring. It's his best chance, man. So I really do think that this especially Joel Embiid, even though Joel Embiid is our leading scorer with what does Joel Embiid have here? Embiid has 17 points. Even though Embiid is our leading scorer right now with 17 points, I still need to see that man get under the basket because this Raptors team is like not even exhausted of guarding Joel Embiid. They're not even exhausted. I just need to see Joel Embiid get under the basket. That's where I need him to be. I need him to be right there under the basket. That's where I need to see Joel Embiid at. Yeah, man, guys, give me thoughts about this game. How you feeling about it? How you feeling about the game? Somehow we've only allowed 12 points here in the third quarter. We've only allowed 12 points here in the third. So I will say that our defense has actually been pretty decent here in the third quarter from my perspective. We've only allowed 12 points in the third so far with 3.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. I say our defense has been pretty decent here in the third quarter. So I say that our defense has adjusted, but I need to see that the rest of this game gives us a chance. Gives us a chance, man. We need all the buckets we can get. We're going to be with a monstrous slam over Siakam. You're showing that monstrous slam by Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, however, with 5 turnovers. Embiid is overall 7 for 13, which is about 50%. Actually, I think it's just over 50%. As it's Sixers ball here. Under 3.5 minutes to go. There's James Harden with the ball. Harden gets out to Shake Milton, over to George Niang, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid guarded by Achua. Now Boucher comes on it. Embiid coming inside. Embiid shoots it, gets blocked, but fouled. And I believe it should be a shooting foul because Joel Embiid was trying to take the shot. Achua did try to block it, but yes, and it is a shooting foul by Precious Achua. The Joel Embiid to the line for 2, chance to make this a 3-point game again. Embiid, come on, man. As Joel Embiid misses the first one, Embiid, you better make the second one, bro. Joel Embiid will make the second one, though. It's very rare that Joel Embiid will go 0 for 2 from the line. It's very rare that Joel Embiid will have that happen. Gary Trent gets it over to Siakam, over to Fred VanVleet, gets it over to Gary Trent, back to Fred VanVleet, who shoots a 3 and is going to miss it. Foul by Danny Green. Come on, man. You guys are selling. We're making this very close, though. Very sloppy at the start. Things are picking up, though. Yeah, but Problem is, we have to keep making it close. We can't just, make it close and then we let this team just, get away from us again. VanVleet only has 4 points. I thought he had more. Fred VanVleet made the first one. I didn't even know Fred VanVleet just had 4 points. VanVleet's having an off game, man. VanVleet's having an off game. I actually didn't see for the fact that Fred VanVleet only had 4 points. Make that 6 points now because he made the first 2 free throws. Yeah, VanVleet's having an off game. And VanVleet will make all 3, so just 7 points here for Fred VanVleet, though. I can't believe Fred VanVleet only has 7 points. Harden, over to Niang. Niang gets out to Milton. Over to Embiid. Over to Niang for 3. That's good for Georges Niang. 4-point game here. 71-67 with 2.5 minutes to go. Sixers 10 for 22 from 3 to the Raptors 9 for 21 from 3. Here's Gary Trent. Shoots a mid-range jumper. No good. Boucher gets the rebound out to VanVleet for 3. That's no good. But Achua able to take it and slam it down for 2. 6-point game here in Toronto. 73-67. Harden over to Niang, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid passing by Achua. Embiid goes up, lays it up, and lays it in. Joel Embiid gets it in, and Michkovsky, if you watch this on the second time, Sixers have 69. Here's Precious Achua, or Siakam rather, I should say. Siakam still looking. Siakam on the step back too. Joel Embiid is just standing around. Oh, but James Harden gets trampled. I think that was actually Pascal Siakam. Siakam with the hustle, though. It's not going to matter because it was going to be Sixers ball anyways because James Harden handled it. Embiid continuing to battle. Just trying to do what he can, man. Wow, Jay Wright officially retired. It's official. Jay Wright officially retired. Joel Embiid with 20 points officially now. 15 in the quarter. Embiid definitely helping out, man. That's what I love to see. James Harden gets it over to Embiid. Embiid looking. Embiid gets it down to Harden. Milton comes inside. Milton. Wow, Sixers get off lucky here. They call a foul on OG Anunoby. I don't know what for. I think for making contact with Shake Milton. And I think he did. I think he smacked Shake Milton's hand. Shake with a chance to make this a 2-point game, and he will make the first free throw. And Nick Nurse already complaining about this call. Coaches do love to complain, man. I will admit that. I will admit that. They love complaining. What do you know? Whoop-de-doo. Your daily dose of Nick Nurse complaining once again. Yep, and he's going to get up and talk to you, the officials. Shake Milton with a chance to make this a 2-point game. He made the first one, and he will also make the second. There you go, Shake Milton. Let's get it going, man. Come on. 73-71. Raptors still have the lead by 2. Minute 15 left to go. We got to keep up this intensity. We got to keep this going. VanVleet gets it down to OG Anunoby. Anunoby matched up against Tobias Harris. Anunoby comes inside. Anunoby puts it out for VanVleet. VanVleet having an off game, still coming inside. VanVleet going up with a high-arcing deuce for 2, and it's good for Fred VanVleet. VanVleet's starting to find a little bit of rhythm here with 9 points here overall in the game. And B trying to direct traffic here as he matched up against Precious Achua. Gets it over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey matched up against Achua. Gets out to Harris over to Embiid. Embiid is going to draw the foul on OG Anunoby. Guys, if you also did not see, speaking of MVP finalists, for when Kate Scott said, the winner for the MVP will be announced on Sunday, I believe is what they said. And Joel Embiid with a chance to make this a 2-point game again, but it has to make these free throws. Won't make the first one at the line. Embiid with 16 points here in the third quarter. Embiid with a huge third quarter here. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Joel Embiid. He has to keep this up. Joel Embiid definitely adjusting. And Joel Embiid will make the second at the line. 2-point game once again. 43 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Gotta slow him down, man. Here's Fred VanVleet with the ball. VanVleet matched up against Maxey. Gets it over to OG Anunoby. Anunoby against Milton. Goes for two, shoots it. Bricks it. And B gets the rebound. Sixers with a chance to tie. They got to start slowing it down, man. They got to start slowing things down here. Slow it down, tie it, or take the lead. Maxey standing with the ball. Matched up against Fred VanVleet. Maxey going to run inside. Gets it to Joel Embiid. Embiid's going to lay it up. Embiid will go to the line for two. Looks like a blocking foul. And it will be, I believe, against, was it Chris Boucher? It was the blocking foul on Chris Boucher. So Embiid with a chance to tie this game up at 73 with 5.5 left to go in the quarter. Joel Embiid, please make these free throws and tie this game up. Embiid, come on. Embiid missed the first one. Come on, man. Embiid, you got to make the second one, bro. You need to make the second free throw. You have got to make the second free throw. You have got to make this second free throw. Joel Embiid is tired, and I get that, as he will make the second at the line. Joel Embiid is tired, and I get that, but you know you need to make two free throws, Joel. When you have two free throws at the line, make them both. There's Fred VanVleet. Gets it over to Gary Trent with a chance for three. Does not get it. Toronto up 1 point through 3 quarters of basketball. Sixers still have a chance. 75-74 Toronto here at the end of the third quarter. Sixers with a pretty well-played quarter. Sixers definitely playing a lot better based on the way Joel Embiid is playing and the fact that they do still kind of have James Harden contribute with his playmaking. They're still in this, man. They are still in this game. They're still in this. Things need to continue to pick up, though, man. We only allowed 19 points in that third quarter. That is a great quarter of basketball. When you hold teams to under 20 points, that's a great quarter. It's a great quarter when you hold teams to under 20 points in a quarter of basketball. That's always a great quarter. And that's exactly what the Sixers did. We'll go over your points list for both teams here at the end of the third quarter. Joel Embiid taking over and leading the way for the Sixers with 23 points. James Harden with 16. Maxey with 11. Niang off the bench with 9. Tobias Harris with 7. Danny Green with 6. And then Shake Milton with 2. With the 2 free throws he made at the free throw line. Now over to the Raptors side. Gary Trent Jr. with 19 points. OG Anunoby and Precious Achiuwa each with 14 points. Pascal Siakam with 12 points. 9 points for Fred VanVleet. Struggling game from him, though. 3 points for Chris Boucher and 2 points each for Khem Birch and Thaddeus Young. In terms of team stats, Sixers shooting the ball 55% from the field to the Raptors 47%. Sixers shooting the ball 46% from 3 to the Raptors 39%. Sixers shooting the ball 75% from the free throw line to the Raptors 73%. Sixers are out-rebounding the Raptors 27-23. And offensively, the Raptors are out-rebounding the Sixers 8-4. And the Raptors are out-assisting the Sixers 18-13. They're both tied in blocks with 2 each. The Raptors have more steals than the Sixers, 7-4. Raptors are winning the turnover battle 16-8. They each have 30 points in the paint. And then 29 personal fouls called, 16 on the Raptors, and then 13 on the Sixers to end the third quarter. The Celtics take a 2-0 lead over the Brooklyn Nets. I'm telling you, This is the only matchup where I want the Boston Celtics to win. I want the Boston Celtics to win this series against the Brooklyn Nets. I want them to. All right, Sixers down by 1, man. The way we played that third quarter, let's play it out in the fourth. And let's take this one home. Do the same thing in the fourth, man. Let's take this one home. But then we're back here. Then we're back here for Game 4 at 2 o'clock. Be sure to tune in to Game 4 as I will have that play-by-play up and going for Game 4 on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Be sure to come through and tune in. There's Malachi Flynn as the third quarter begins over to Pascal Siakam. He gets it over to OG Anunoby. Matched up against Paul Reed. Anunoby gets it down to Achua. Achua goes up and lays and puts it up and in. Matched up against James Harden. That's going to be a mismatch every day of the week because of the size. There's James Harden here. Gets it over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey chucks it down to James Harden. Harden putting moves on. Harden puts it out for Maxey. Maxey comes inside. Puts it up for Paul Reed. Verse layup. No good. And it's out of bounds. Raptors ball. Here we go. Here's OG Anunoby with the ball. Anunoby comes inside, lays it up, puts it in. They call an offensive foul. It will go the other way. No bucket counting for OG Anunoby. What happened here? So they call it a blocking foul on James Harden. And as usual, Sixers versus refs. We got to beat the Raptors and the refs too. And Anunoby will make the free throw. Raptors out and going with the quick 5 points here to begin. Sixers, we got to keep up. We can't fall too far behind. There's James Harden with the ball. Harden lost it for a minute, gets it back. Harden comes inside. Harden gets it over to B-Ball Paul, who will reverse slam at that time, will not get blocked, and will make it 4-point game still. There's Pascal Siakam, gets it over to OG Anunoby, coming inside, finds Achua. And can we please get Joel Embiid back in this game, Doc? Get Joel Embiid back in this game. Achua is crushing Paul Reed right now. Here's Maxey with the ball. Maxey finds Harden. Harden up against Malachi Flynn. Harden going to take a three. No good for James Harden. Niang gets the rebound. Niang has to put it out there. Flynn gets it and will be fouled, though. That's number 4 on James Harden. We go. Here's Pascal Siakam with the ball. Siakam matched up against Tobias Harris. Siakam backing in. Siakam fades, shoots for 2. No good. Paul Reed gets the rebound. Come on, we need to score. We need to score. We put it up. The Sixers put it up, but a foul call on the Raptors here. And Tobias Harris will head to the line for 2. Maxey will go to the bench. Or is he just having a talk with the Maxey just having a talk with some guys on the bench as Tobias Harris will make the first one at the line. We need these, Toby. We need these free throws. I'm telling you, though, we need to get Joel Embiid back in this game. The fact that Joel Embiid had a huge second quarter, we need him to get back in this game after what he had in. Wait. The second quarter? No, in the third quarter, Joel Embiid had a huge third quarter. We need to get him back in and play with that same energy. Here we go. Here's OG Anunoby matched up against Paul Reed. Anunoby for three. No good. Maxey gets the rebound. It's out for James Harden, and we leave Harden in with 4 fouls. Here's Maxey getting it down for Harden. Back to Maxey. Maxey directing traffic. Maxey for 2. It's no good. Come on, man. We have to play defense. You already know, Nines. You already know. There's Siakam getting it over to Anunoby. Shoots it. They're going to call it before the shot, so it'll be a shot. That's going to be number 5 on the beard. It's going to be number 5 on Harden. Doc, take him out, bro. You have to take James Harden out. That's 5 personals on James Harden. And Joel Embiid is going to come back in. Tobias Harris will go out. Please get James Harden out of this game. And thank you. James Harden is on the bench officially. So now we have Tyrese Maxey, Danny Green, George Niang, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. There's Anunoby going for 3. No good. Maxey gets the rebound. Flynn gets it back. Maxey able to pick it up again. Here we go. Here's Harris coming. Lays it up. Lays it in. Huge play from Tobias Harris. Good play from the Sixers. We need to keep this going. Sixers still have a chance. Let's keep this going. There's Malachi Flynn coming around. Flynn puts it up. High off glass. No good. Maxey gets it. Foul. Let's go. Let's go, Maxey. Come on. That's good. That's good work. That's good work by Maxey. In your opinion, do you think Matisse is hurting the Sixers defense by not being there right now? I do think Matisse's defense is kind of hurting the Sixers. And it also, I talked about this in my video when I made that video nightings. I said that Matisse is going to hurt the Sixers with his defense. And it's also going to have to force guys like Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey to play a much bigger defensive workload. It's going to force them to do that. Here we go. Here's Maxey coming around Embiid's screen. Maxey gets it down to Embiid. Embiid gets it out for Niang, and they call Embiid for a travel. Come on, Joel. Keep one of your feet on the ground, man. Keep one of your feet on the ground, dude. We have 20 turnovers. The turnover battle is unacceptable right now. Here we go. Here's Gary Trent coming around Siakam's screen. Trent. Trent still looking against Joel Embiid. Gary Trent laying it up. No good. Embiid gets the rebound. 2-point game here. 8 minutes to go. Come on. Let's go. Here's Tobias Harris with the ball. Harris down to Embiid. Embiid back out to Harris. Over to Maxey. Maxey inside. Out to Embiid. Green for 3. A little too far to the left for Danny Green. As it's going to miss. Van Vliet with the ball now. And Niang goes on the ground, and we'll give called for the blocking foul. Good points, yeah. It's just what I know from Matisse, man. Matisse is known to be a defender, and when he's not in Toronto, it forces guys like Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey to have a much bigger defensive workload. Here's Siakam now, who gets over to Van Vliet. Van Vliet for 3, gets plucked. Harris now gets the ball. Harris down to Niang. Niang taking a 3. No good. Why do we need a 3? We don't need a 3, guys. Come on. We don't need a 3. Come on. We'll get to the comments in a second. No points in the last almost 3.5 minutes for the Raptors. Here's Siakam. Now matched up against Niang. Gets it over to Boucher. Boucher now taking a 3. No good. Still short. Raptors on a huge scoring drought. And there's going to be a timeout, Sixers, to talk strategy on how they can try to get a lead here in the fourth quarter late. They need a late lead here in the fourth. Let's go. We got to step it up. Yo, Fetty Woo, appreciate you for coming through. My guy said, let's go Philly, tight game. Yes, sir. We got to find a way to get this win. We're somehow in this game. We're somehow down 2 points. And we literally have how many turnovers? We have 19 or 20 turnovers, and we're still in this game. We're down 2. But, Fetty Woo, appreciate you for coming through. If you have not done so, please go ahead and hit that like button on the stream, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through into the stream. Coming in here late. But you know what? Appreciate you for coming through. It helps me out. Let's see. Let me just see something. Seven likes on the stream. Guys, keep sharing it out on all your social medias. Let's bring people in here, man. Come on. Let's bring the people in here. Appreciate the 7 likes. Bro, come on. We're literally somehow in this game. I don't know how we're in this game, but let's just get this job done. We have about 20 turnovers in this game right now. We have played so sloppy. Well, not overly sloppy, in my opinion. The Raptors have played sloppy too, I'm not going to lie, but I think it's because of the turnovers. We have about 20 turnovers in this game, and we're only down 2 points. So I think it's kind of a meh, but at the same time, I kind of like that. We're only down 2 points with 20 turnovers. But we really just need to start taking the lead. We need to get a lead here late in this game. Us not getting a lead and not hitting our shots when opportunities come is starting to really aggravate me. Yeah. Nines, you make a good point. We need to start making our shots when we have opportunities. It's like the Eagles against the 49ers in week 2. The Eagles had a chance to win that game against the 49ers, but too many missed opportunities. That's exactly what the Sixers are doing in this game right now. Too many missed opportunities when you have a chance to take the lead and score. There's too many missed opportunities. You need to score. You don't need 3s. You need to get 2s. Unless if it is needed, take the 2-pointers. Stop taking the 3s, especially if your name is George Niang. It's crazy how Joel Embiid had 5 points at the half and had 18 points in the third quarter. That's how you bounce back if you're a center. Joel Embiid is starting to bring us up a little bit. Let's keep it going. Joel Embiid, 23 points, 8 for 14 from the field, 6 for 9 from the line with 7 boards. Joel Embiid has to lead this team. I feel like Joel Embiid is going to have to probably be in for the rest of this game. I cannot see Paul Reed on the floor anymore. Paul Reed, you're done. You're done for this game. I have to see Joel Embiid on the floor. There's Maxey with the ball, gets it over to Niang, back over to Joel Embiid. Embiid with the ball. Embiid, 2-point jumper, is good. Joel Embiid ties this game up at 82 apiece with 6.5 minutes to go. Huge shot from Joel Embiid. Here's Fred VanVleet, gets it over to Achua. Achua gets it over to Siakam. Siakam matched up against Embiid again. So the refs wanted to separate Maxey and Anunoby because they were getting a little, they're getting a little picky at each other. Nike's like, finally the Sixers have tied it. They're going to actually call it on Maxey because Anunoby is the one at the line instead of Maxey. Anunoby made the first and the second. So the Raptors get the lead right back by 2. Sixers need to continue to answer. Anunoby with 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Here's Maxey getting it over to Harris, down to Joel Embiid, over to Maxey. Maxey gets inside, gets it off the backboard, gets it to go for 2. Tyrese Maxey continuing to fight and to keep the Sixers in this game with 6 minutes left. No field goals for the Raptors in the last 4 minutes, 45 seconds until now. Clutch 3 by Fred VanVleet. Even though he's having a bad game, he can still make shots. Cannot allow Fred VanVleet to make big shots like that, even though he's having a bad game. There's Harris down to Joel Embiid. Embiid trying to find options, finds Harris. Over to Maxey. Maxey back to Harris. Harris matched up against Fred VanVleet. Harris down to Embiid. Embiid, pump fake, takes the shot. That's it! Joel Embiid ties the game at 87! Joel Embiid is clutch! Joel Embiid is clutch, baby! Let's go! VanVleet out to Siakam. Siakam looking for options. Finds Gary Trent. Trent for 3. Does not get it. Maxey gets the rebound. Maxey's bringing it down the floor out to Green. Harris coming inside. Niang. Embiid. Embiid going to kind of settle with it for a bit. Cannot travel. Joel Embiid keeping that pivot foot still. Maxey gets it back over to Embiid. Embiid faking. Maxey inside. Maxey lays it up. And Maxey will draw the offensive foul. Come on, Maxey. Maxey's like, come on, man. Seriously, man. Sixers versus refs. I'm telling you. I'm not even kidding. Seriously, it's Sixers versus refs. That's an unbelievable shot, though, by Joel Embiid to tie the game up at 87 with the shot clock going down. That is crazy how Joel Embiid puts up that shot and it goes in. It's crazy. Here's Pascal Siakam. Siakam matched up against Tobias Harris. Siakam comes inside, backs into Harris. Siakam puts it out. Anunoby for 3. Does not get it. Joel Embiid gets the rebound. Luke Solomon's like, MVP, yes, sir, you already know. Embiid with a crazy shot right there. As Harden staying at the logo. Somehow he's back in this game. Gets it over to Harris. Harris coming inside. Gets it over to Danny Green, laying it up. No good. Harris trying to get the rebound, trying to fight for it. And the Raptors somehow in the world get the ball. That is a missed opportunity. I felt like that should have been out of bounds on the Raptors. Here's Siakam. Gets over to Gary Trent. Is wide open for 3. Hits it. Come on. Come on. Missed opportunity. That honestly should have been out of bounds on the Raptors. I'm not going to lie. Here we go. Here's James Harden with the ball. 3.5 minutes here. Harden over to Harris. Harris back to Harden. Harden has to put it up for Embiid. Embiid has to fight. Embiid for Green for 3. Gets it! Danny Green with a clutch 3 to tie it up at 90. Staying tied here. Sixers are staying in it with the Toronto Raptors. Sixers are not allowing the Raptors to escape. Sixers are keeping this game as tight as possible. They want this 3-0 series lead. They want it. Danny Green with the clutch 3 to tie it up at 90 apiece. Sixers needed that shot. They're not letting the Raptors go anywhere. It's huge. Oh my gosh. My heart is pounding right now. I literally cannot stand what I am seeing. I am seeing clutch shot after clutch shot from both teams. And I have to give both teams their respect. Even the Raptors, man. The Raptors, I have to give them their respect. The Raptors are putting in their good shots, but the Sixers are just not letting the Raptors go anywhere. They're literally staying with them, and I am so proud of the Sixers team for doing this. If the Sixers can somehow come out with this W, I will be amazed. Danny Green with a clutch 3 to tie it again, and now he's like Embiid. Oh, yes, sir. And Danny Green being clutch when he needs to, man. Danny Green with the clutch 3 to tie this up at 90. That's huge. It's huge when it mattered. Huge, man. This game is so tight. This game can go to either team, to be completely honest. After the Sixers were off to that bad start in the first quarter, they have started to answer and answer and answer and answer. They have started to answer, especially in this fourth quarter. Doc Rivers gave this team motivation, and you know what he wants to bring at this Sixers team. You know what he wants the Sixers to do. Nines is like, Danny Green has ice in his veins. Yes, sir. You know what Danny Green has, bro. Danny Green was clutch on that shot. Danny Green has 9 points. All 3 of those probably being three-pointers. All those points probably being three-pointers. It's clutch when it matters for Danny Green. Raptors have one. They have 5 players in double figures, 4 from the starting lineup, 1 from the bench. Sixers have 4 players in double figures. One of them being Tobias Harrison. This is a huge game. This is a big game, man. Game 3. This is why I've been saying. If the Sixers can win one of these next 2 games up in Canada and finish this up in Game 5, I'll be happy. I'll be happy if the Sixers can finish this series up in 5 games. Will this be one of the 2 games that the Sixers can potentially take, or will this be one that they will lose and will they still have the lead 2-1? Is the main question that is still yet to be answered. Sixers are staying in it with this Raptors team, and I am loving it right now. I am loving it right now. Let's think sweet. Let's not jinx ourselves. Let's not jinx ourselves because this Raptors team is staying really competitive, but the Sixers are staying in it. The Raptors led by 17 at one point. The Sixers have come all the way back, but that doesn't mean that the Raptors are going to keep this up. You know Nick Nurse is going to adjust real quick. And they'll inbound it now. They inbounded it. They got a chance to win this game. But the question is, will they get the opportunity and will they take the opportunity to try to win it? And here they go. They inbound it now to Siakam over to Achua. Achua matched up against Harden. Gets it over to Fred VanVleet. VanVleet comes inside. Gets it out. Anunoby's open for 3. He gets it. OG Anunoby being clutch. Dude, Danny Green hits another one. I'm losing my mind. But we have to start guarding that shot from OG Anunoby. Here's Danny Green getting it over to Maxey. Maxey matched up against Fred VanVleet. Maxey has to escape Fred VanVleet's defense. Maxey coming inside. Gets it over to Green. Green losing the ball. And Raptors going to pick it up. That might have been the dagger right there. That could have been the dagger right there. They get it over to Fred VanVleet, over to OG Anunoby. Back to Fred VanVleet. VanVleet matched up against Danny Green. VanVleet over to Anunoby. Step back 2. No good. Achua with the rebound. Gets it up and gets it in. That's going to probably be the dagger. If the Sixers can somehow get some quick shots off and prevent the Raptors from scoring, then they could still have a slight chance. Here comes Harden with the ball against Achua. Harden out to Maxey. Maxey coming inside. Maxey for 2. That's good for Tyrese Maxey. Sixers need a 3 coming up, but they need to stop first. They need to stop right here, and they need a 3 to tie this up again. Here comes Fred VanVleet. VanVleet over to Siakam for 2. That's no good. Danny Green gets the rebound. Gets it out to James Harden. Harden will bring that ball up the floor. 80 seconds left in this game. Here's Harden coming inside. Harden goes up, gets blocked at the rim. Where's the goaltend? And it is going to be a goaltend. It is going to be a goaltend, so 2 points for James Harden. Clear chance for that shot to be made by James Harden. That was a clear chance. And OG Anunoby comes in and blocks it. It was hard to hear the whistle, The Raptors couldn't hear it. Come on, that had potential. That had potential for a goaltend. He raised his hand above the rim. That's a goaltend. That's a goaltend. Come on, bro. Ball's over the rim. His hand's over the rim. That's a goaltend. That should be a goaltend. It should be a goaltend. Please be a goaltend. Guys, I got to listen to the call. I have to listen for this call. 95-94 is what it is right now. It should stay a goaltend for the Sixers. It should. So trying to see if it was coming down. I think it was staying in the air. It might have been like, so it was coming up, and by the time he blocked it, it was like at this point. It was like right in the middle. I think they still call this a goaltend. I think they still call this a goaltend. This should be a goaltend. I think it was still going up by the time OG Anunoby blocked it. And Anunoby's been going off. This has got to stay a goaltend. I'm telling you, by the time OG Anunoby came and blocked it, it stays in the middle. It doesn't go up or down. All right. So goaltend on OG Anunoby. So they do call it as it going up, and then OG Anunoby blocking it. So Sixers do still have a chance. Sixers down 1, 95-94. All right, Sixers still have a chance. They got lucky with a goaltend right there. Here we go. My heart is pounding right now. Here we go. Here's Fred VanVleet coming inside. VanVleet shoots a three. Does not get it. They need the rebound, and they do get it with Joel Embiid. They do not need a three. You guys need a two. Get a two and probably seal and probably get some more. Here's Harden. Puts it up. No good. Foul. Let's go. James Harden with a chance for the lead. Oh, my gosh. My heart is pounding. Harden, you cannot mess this up. These may be the two biggest free throws of your life, of your career. You need to make both of these, Harden. You need both of these to be made. You must make them both. James Harden misses the first one. James Harden, you need to at least make the second one to tie. Make the second one at least and tie this game up. Well, we need to at least make this free throw to tie. And Harden will do just that. All right. Sixers need good defense right here, and they need a bucket. A two-pointer is probably what they need. They have shot 15 for 20 from the free throw line. Here's Fred VanVleet. Gets it over to OG Anunoby, guarded by Tobias Harris. Under 38 seconds left. Here's Anunoby, guarded by Embiid. Anunoby coming inside. Anunoby over to Achua. Achua guarded by Harden. Going out, coming in, Anunoby. And a foul called on Joel Embiid. Wait, for what? For what? Did Embiid ever make contact? Review it, Doc. Let's go. Come on. It'll depend if Joel Embiid ever made contact with Precious Achiuwa. Were they calling this on Embiid against Embiid or Harden? Because I cannot tell who they were calling this on. Looks like they're trying to see if it was against Embiid. I really hope this was not a foul. This better not be a foul, bro. I'm telling you, the Sixers, man. If Harden should have made that first free throw. Dude. Oh. Guys, how you feeling about these last few seconds of this game? These last few seconds are huge for the Sixers. They're going to review this. I think they're reviewing this to see if it's a foul on James Harden. It'll depend if James Harden did make contact. James Harden gets his 6th foul of the night, which means he is fouled out of the game. So that means free throws come in for the Raptors. I believe 2 of these come in. And James Harden is fouled out. But he finished with 19 points. So great game by James Harden. Great game for James Harden, though. I will be completely honest. I don't know what he even did. And Precious Achiuwa will miss the first one at the line. That is huge for the Sixers. That is absolutely huge. Achiuwa with the second one. This could determine everything. Achiuwa will miss both. Niang will scoop it up. And they will call timeout. Wow. Wow. Jordan. All right. So a lot just happened right there. Precious Achiuwa, okay? He missed both free throws at the line, giving the Sixers a chance to steal game 3. Oh my gosh. This is a crazy game. What a ball game. This is the NBA playoffs. Hey, you already know the physicality, the way this game is so close right now. This is the NBA playoffs. TB is like unbelievable. I know. I cannot believe Precious Achiuwa misses both free throws and gives the Sixers a chance to steal game 3. Oh my gosh. Oh. Dude. This could be huge. Sixers put in 1 bucket. Looks like 25 seconds are left on the clock. Sixers need a bucket and a stop to, I think, win this game. But I think no matter what, I think Nick Nurse might call a timeout. Even if the Sixers... I can't believe Achiuwa missed both at the line. I can't believe it. He could have ended it, or we could have tied it again. We're tied right now at 95 because of Achiuwa missed both free throws. I still can't believe he missed both. He honestly is giving the Sixers a chance. 27 seconds left. Here we go. James Harden fouled out. Sixers ball. This is insane. You already know. Achiuwa missed both. Yes, sir. 95 all. 27 seconds to go. Sixers with a chance to steal game 3 from the Raptors. Achiuwa misses both free throws at the line, gives the Sixers a chance, ties it up at 95. Oh my gosh. Danny Green to do the inbound pass to Maxey. Maxey dribbles with the ball for a bit. Maxey matched up against Gary Trent Jr. Maxey Goes to his right. Gets it to Harris. Harris finds Embiid. Embiid. Joel looking under 10 seconds. Embiid for three. Short. Harris gets the rebound. Harris is holding on to it for two. No good. And we are going to overtime. Sixers had a chance to win it. Sixers had a chance to win that game. Embiid with the three, misses it. And then Harris with the two as well misses it. Joel Embiid, let me see the shot. Oh, Joel Embiid was this close to winning it for the Sixers. Joel Embiid was this close. And then Tobias Harris with the exact same amount. Tobias Harris was able to fight around Van Vliet and OG Anunoby. And also shortens it. Tobias Harris or Joel Embiid could have had a chance to win that game right there. To not have overtime. But they will have overtime here in Toronto in game number 3. Guys, we got to calm down a little bit, man. We got to calm down a little bit. Guys, enjoy the music, man. Let me just do this. What up? Let me get to the comment. You should not shoot a three in that situation. But it was still so close because Tobias Harris was right under the basket. I think that's what Doc had planned. He probably planned Joel Embiid to take a three. He did not want Joel Embiid to go inside to cause a travel. Because Joel Embiid has had too many of those tonight. He's had too many of those and does not want to receive another one. So he had to take a three with him, I think, being double-teamed. And then Tobias Harris is right under the basket as Joel Embiid missed the three. Tobias Harris gets the ball. He misses it. So I think it's more on Tobias Harris because he had a chance to win the game. Joel Embiid was kind of actually forced to take that three. Because if he went inside, he could have had an offensive foul or a travel. Guys, enjoy this music real quick. I'll be right back. Hold up. Dude, I just can't believe what I'm watching. In my opinion, I think Embiid was afraid to go inside because he was afraid to go for a travel. TP says Embiid should go for the basket, hope that it makes it or gets fouled in that situation. But the thing is, Joel Embiid has had too many travel calls, and that was what he was in risk for. That was what he was in risk for. I blame that more on Tobias Harris because he was closer to the basket. He was right there to get the rebound, and he had the chance to win the game for us. But we got to play 5 extra minutes, so let's get going. It's time for overtime, you already know. The better shot was the layup, not the three-pointer. I completely understand, but you really want Joel Embiid to get a travel right there? You want Embiid to possibly get a travel? No, you don't. As the tip-off for overtime is underway, Maxey going up to the rim to start overtime, and it's good for Tyrese Maxey to begin overtime, 97-95. Here we go. 5 extra minutes. Let's see what the Sixers can do. Here's Siakam with the ball, gets it over to Gary Trent. Trent for 2 from long. That's good for Gary Trent. 2-pointer tied up at 97. Sixers have got to continue to fight. And that is going to be an easy foul called on Pascal Siakam. Niang got dropped to the floor. That's a foul on Siakam for sure. Siakam clearly pushed George Niang to the floor. Here we go. George Niang with the inbound pass now. He will inbound it to Maxey. Maxey's trying to direct traffic here as he's facing against Van Vliet. Maxey gets it out to Niang and is going to loop, and nobody's getting that. Maxey was actually with a really good pass. George Niang just unable to handle the ball. Harden's like, come on, man. You got to play good defense right here. You need to play good defense right here. Harden's like, you have to play good defense right here. Come on, let's go. Sixers with 24 turnovers, but still in the game and tied up at 97. Here's Siakam. against Niang. Siakam lost it for a minute, gets it back. Siakam step back 2 from the free throw line. Missed it. Harris gets the rebound. Here's Tobias Harris driving, goes up, and is going to say Sixers ball as it goes out of bounds. I want him to make the layup and get fouled. But I'm just afraid Joel Embiid is going to get another travel. Because do you not see how many guys are going to go up there? And do you not see how many guys Joel Embiid has been trying to go around when he uses his pivot foot and when he uses that other foot? I'm just afraid Joel Embiid is going to get that travel. I don't want Embiid to get a travel. As Maxey gets it over to Embiid, back to Maxey, over to Harris, down to Niang. Green for 3. Danny Green cannot get it. Joel Embiid fighting for the ball. And Green gets it back, but there's a foul on the floor. Foul called on Fred VanVleet. Embiid was right there to try to shoot it, but he gets fouled by Fred VanVleet. VanVleet hasn't even had a good game tonight. And he's fouling. Here we go. 3.5 minutes left. Maxey laying it up. And he's going to lay it in. Tyrese Maxey being clutch when he needs to. 99-97. Sixers have the lead. Here we go. Anunoby with the ball. Anunoby driving, trying to get around and beat. Anunoby puts it out for VanVleet. VanVleet matched up against Tyrese Maxey. VanVleet going to drive. VanVleet going to kick out. Anunoby for 3. Gets it. OG Anunoby is clutch. But thank goodness the Sixers got that 2-pointer because they're only down 1 now. They're not down by 3. And we can't have that happen in overtime. Here's Maxey. Out to Niang, back to Maxey. Maxey over to Embiid. Embiid looking against Achua. Embiid spinning, fading, shoots it, gets it. Joel Embiid is clutch. Joel Embiid with the spin around shot and in. That is crazy. Sixers 3 for 5 from the field in the quarter. Raptors 2 for 3. Here's VanVleet. Down to Siakam. Siakam able to save it. As he lost the ball but got it back. Gets it over to Gary Trent. Trent. Matched up against Tobias Harris. Trent loses the ball. Trent gets it back. Loses it again. Harris gets it. He has the ball. Harris having everybody come down. Here we go. Here's Tyrese Maxey with the ball. Maxey gets it over to Joel Embiid. Embiid down to Maxey. Maxey coming inside. Maxey for 2. Does not get it. Misses it. Short 2-point shot from Maxey. Here's Siakam with the ball now. Siakam matched up against Tobias Harris again. Siakam now switches against Danny Green. Siakam over to Achua. He's going to lose the ball. Out of bounds. Sixers ball. Out of bounds, Sixers ball. Achua rather loses it. 1.5 minutes left. Sixers with a 1-point lead. Pressure is all on. Joel Embiid made a clutch shot to give the Sixers the lead by 1. He practically turned around, literally faded, probably couldn't even see the net, and he still was able to make it. 1.5 minutes left, dude. Oh, my gosh. I'm telling you, this game's going to come down to the wire. This game's going to come down to the wire, I'm telling you. Oh, heart is pounding. Oh, my goodness gracious. This overtime period is crazy. This is a playoff game right here. This is a playoff game right here, people. This is a playoff game. This is the definition of what a playoff game looks like. Overtime basketball. This is the definition of what the playoffs are. This game right here, game 3 of the first round between the Sixers and Raptors, this defines the playoffs. This game right here defines the playoffs, people. A chance where the Sixers could steal one or where the Raptors could be down 2-1 in the series but get their first win of the series here. Sixers up 2-1. Playoff history. Teams that go up 3-0 in the best of 7 series have never lost them. Well, here we go. Here's Tyrese Maxey with the ball. Under 80 seconds left. Maxey down to Joel Embiid. Embiid coming around. Embiid for 2. Does not get it. Danny Green, you got to be there for that rebound, man. You got to be there for that rebound. What did Chua do now? I have no idea. I don't know what player you're talking about. Anyway, here's Fred VanVleet with the ball. VanVleet step back, puts it up, misses it. Danny Green gets it. Sixers with a huge rebound. Doc, get off the court. Here's Tyrese Maxey with the ball. Maxey. Stepping back against Achua. Maxey goes for 3. Does not hit. Maxey, get under the basket or pass it off. Here's Anunoby taking everybody out of the way. Blocked, and Embiid drawing the foul. Embiid's complaining at the ref, and Embiid's like, this is BS. What the heck is Embiid taking jump shots? He should go right for the basket. That's what he should be doing. Actually, Maxey was the one that took the 3-pointer. You need to give that off to somebody inside to have a chance to be up 3. Now the game is tied at 101 with 26 seconds left. Pressure is on probably the Sixers right now if Anunoby especially makes this free throw. Which he does not. He does not make the free throw. Sixers still with the chance to win. But you need to get under the basket. I'm telling you right now. You must get under the basket at all costs. Get under the basket. And Anunoby did not make the second free throw, but made the first. Here's Joel Embiid now with the ball. Embiid getting it poked away. Lost it. Embiid got to shoot one. Get lucky. Doc Rivers calls a timeout just in time before the shot clock violation. 2.6 to play. 0.9 on the shot clock. I'm telling you, I feel like with 0.9 seconds, I feel like the Sixers could pull off a Phoenix Suns right here. I feel like they could pull off a Phoenix Suns and have someone inbound it, but have Joel Embiid go to the rim and slam. Like they did with that one play where someone would inbound it and DeAndre Ayton was up there. I feel like the Sixers could pull that off. No way, ref's ball. I'm telling you, man, this game is close. 0.9 left. I feel like the Sixers could pull off a Phoenix Suns from last year. They could. I'm not kidding. The Sixers could pull off a Phoenix Suns from last year. Depends where they will have the inbounder placed, whoever the inbounder is. .6 left in the overtime period. Sixers need to find something, but they only have 0.9 left on the shot clock. Somebody needs TP. I don't think it's going to be a layup. I think it's going to be a 3-pointer because there's only 0.9 left on the shot clock, 2.6 left in the overtime period. And B, shooting it, gets the 3! Joel Embiid gets the 3! Joel Hunt Embiid is a grown man! Joel Embiid! Can somebody just give this man the MVP? Please give this man the MVP right now. There's no question. Embiid is the clutchest player in the NBA. Mark my words. TP, I told you it was going to be a 3-pointer. There were 9/10 of a second left on the shot clock. It was going to be a 3-pointer. And you expected Joel Embiid to be under the basket shooting a 2. But no, Joel Embiid doesn't have time for that. He doesn't have time for that. He literally only had time to get a 3 off, and you know what? Joel Embiid made it. I am losing my mind on how Joel Embiid made that 3. Joel Embiid is the clutchest player in the NBA right now. Mark my words. Embiid is the biggest guy on the court. He should be around the basket. He should not be shooting 10 and 15 footers. He should be going to the basket. He'll either go in or he gets fouled. I know. As I was saying before, Embiid should be taking 3 pointers. Yeah, but look, Sixers have the lead, 104-101. Possibly going to win this game unless the Raptors somehow in the world get lucky. Oh, my gosh. Joel Embiid, 33 points, 13 boards. Fetty Woo, yes, sir. We can possibly steal game 3 against the Raptors. I cannot believe what I just saw. I cannot believe what I just saw. Joel Embiid possibly calling game right there. Joel, you already know my guy Nightings, baby. I can't believe Joel Embiid took that, bro. I'm still losing my mind. Joel Embiid is absolutely incredible. All right. One shot for the Raptors here. One shot. We have Joel Embiid and DeAndre Jordan both in this game right now, as well as Tyrese Maxey, Danny Green, and Tobias Harris. And we got to release it. No good. Sixers somehow, some way, grab a W in overtime against the Toronto Raptors. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. Joel Embiid saving the game for the Sixers. I can't believe that. That was just his third three-pointer made out of 8 three-pointers that he shot. 33 points, 12 for 20 from the field, 3 for 8 from 3, 6 for 9 from the free throw line, and 13 boards for Joel Embiid. Karma finally came to the city of Toronto. That is facts, Fetty Woo. Oh, my goodness. Joel Embiid is clutch. We just need to play the MVP chance right now if I had him right in front of me. Oh my gosh. Sixers grab a Game 3 win in Toronto. Joel Embiid is the greatest player in the NBA this season. Mark my words. After that shot, just give Joel Embiid the MVP. Please give Joel Embiid the MVP. Normally, centers do not take threes in this league. And before Joel shot, that was 2 for 7. He was 2 for 7 before he took that three-pointer. And then he made that, making it 3 for 8 with 33 points. Oh, my goodness. People, enjoy the Game 3 win, man. Hold up. We got to put the music on. Hold up. Yes, sir. Guys, we'll get the computer again. I had to charge it for a little bit. We'll go over the stat line. I still do not know how Joel Embiid made that. I still don't know. Centers do not normally take threes in this league, man. And it is crazy for the fact that the Sixers somehow in the world find a way to win this game. Oh my gosh, bro. People, I am completely losing my mind right now. I know. We somehow beat Toronto in Game 3, 104-101. Oh, man.
Put some respect on Joel Embiid's name right now. Hold up, we gotta change this. Hang on 1 second. We don't need Sixers versus Raps anymore, because this game was already won by Philly like it should have been. Oh my goodness. I still can't believe that the Sixers just ended up beating the Raptors somehow, some way. The Sixers managed to beat the Raptors in Game 3 because of Joel Embiid being the clutchest player in the NBA. We used to play sloppy and Embiid still hit the game winner. Yeah, that's true. We did play sloppy. And what happened in the beginning? The Raptors at one point were up 17. And they choked. The Raptors choked. Who's saying that the Sixers are the chokingest team in the NBA? Who says that? After this game, you're going to continue to say that? The Raptors literally had a 17-point lead at one time. And the Sixers came all the way back and won in overtime. Thanks to Joel Hans MVP. Joel Embiid is an unbelievable specimen. With 0.8 of a second remaining, Joel Embiid somehow found a way to win it. I can't believe that. I can't believe what I just saw out of my center. My center that came from the college of the Kansas Jayhawks and came from the country and city of Cameroon in Africa and came in here, got drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers, and in 2022, he shoots the game-winning three-pointer with 0.8 of a second left. I cannot believe what I just saw. Joel Embiid is the MVP of the NBA. I don't care what anybody says. You better put some respect on Embiid's name. Joel Embiid is the best player in the NBA this season. Just give this man the MVP. This man just hit a game winner with 0.8 of a second left, and the Sixers played sloppy pretty much in the first 2 quarters of the game. The first 2 quarters of the game, the Sixers played sloppy. And what happens? The Raptors blow it. They choke the lead, and the Sixers grab Game 3. Hold up, I forgot to put the banner up. There we go. Let's go, man. Oh, it feels great to take game number 3. And people, I want to remind y'all, we still have the chance for the sweep and for everybody to bring their rooms out and we do our little sweep dance when we're on stream. We still have that chance. It'll all come down to Saturday, 2 o'clock against the Toronto Raptors once again in Toronto. What a game, post-game classic. You already know. TP, appreciate for coming through. Have a good one, man. But dude, just hold up. I just can't believe what I just saw. That may have been one of, if not the best game-winning shots I've ever seen in my entire life. And this is a 7-foot, 280-pounder doing this, bro. This is a 7-foot, 280-pound beast doing this. Joel Embiid's the MVP. I don't care. Just give this man the MVP on Sunday. On Sunday, just give Joel Embiid the MVP. How many game winners has Jokic hit? How many game winners has Jokic hit in terms of shooting? How many game winners has Giannis made in terms of shooting? Not many, I'll tell you that. That's for sure. Oh man. 0.8 of a second left, bro. 0.8 of a second left. And Joel Embiid hits it. Joel Hans Embiid is a grown man. And keep in mind, this man only had 5 points in the first half. 2 for 5 from the field, 0 for 1 from the 3, and 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Second half in OT, 28 points, 10 for 15 from the field, 3 for 7 from 3, and technically 2 for 8 from 3 because I think that's what I saw. And then 5 or 7 from the free throw line from Joel, Hans, and B. Beautiful game out of Joel. That is a game that I love to see. What a game. I can't even go to the sidelines right now because I am so proud of my center. Oh, man. Joel Embiid is the game winner.
Joel Embiid is the game-winning dagger on the Toronto Raptors to put us up 3-0 with a chance to sweep them on Saturday. I still cannot believe Joel Embiid did that. I still can't believe he sent the Raptors off in Game 3 like that. 8/10 of the second left, and that man just puts it in. 8/10. Do you not know how short of time that is for Joel Embiid to shoot, to get that off? That is very little time for Joel Embiid to get that off. And he gets it off and hits it. Mike Center just knows how to play the game. He just knows how to play the game. Joel Embiid is the clutchest and greatest player in the NBA this season. Mark my words. Joel Embiid, you deserve to win this MVP. How many game winners have you hit? Countless. Countless. And this one is one of them that you should be proud of yourself, my guy. I'm so proud of Joel Embiid, dude. Oh my goodness gracious. Yo, RPF22, appreciate you for coming through, but towards the end of the stream when we're about to get into the stats, the BLC, the Raptors fans talk so much garbage and Embiid lower the boom. Yes, sir. Hey, Raptors fans, what happened to saying that Joel Embiid sucks? What happened? Huh? What happened to saying that Joel Embiid sucks? Joel Embiid, in Game 3, just hit the dagger on you guys with a three-pointer with 8/10 of a second left. I don't know. I don't think you guys should be talking right now because Joel Embiid is a grown man. He's practically the best center he's the best center in the NBA right now. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all can say Jokic all you want. Joel Embiid is best center in the NBA right now and is the best player in the NBA right now. And Raptors fans over here talking so much smack saying that Joel Embiid sucks. Oh, we should all talk negativity about Joel Embiid. Yeah. You really think you can talk negativity about Joel Embiid when Joel Embiid literally just splashed in the dagger on you guys? He splashed in the dagger. Not a lot of centers do that. I'm telling you right now. Not a lot of centers do that. The only other real center that I think can do that is Jokic. I know is one of them, and maybe Karl Anthony Towns. That's it. Nobody else can do that. Nobody else can hit clutch threes from those three. But Joel Embiid is practically number one. I don't care. Y'all can say Jokic all you want. Y'all can say Giannis all you want for MVP. Joel Embiid's the MVP, all right? Let's just get one thing straight. Joel Embiid just hit the dagger on the Raptors in game number 3 to win it. The Sixers should have never won this game. They literally had over 20 turnovers. The Raptors blew a 17-point lead. 22 turnovers for the Sixers, and the Raptors blew a 17-point lead in this game. The Sixers should have never won this game after the Raptors' really fast start that they had. They should have never won this game. They should have never won this game. The Raptors blow it. The Raptors blow a 17-point lead. The Sixers should have never won this game. This should have been the Raptors' game to win. The Raptors should have won this game and should have made this series 2-1. But because they blew a 17-point lead, and then because this game got forced to overtime, your MVP, Joel Embiid, just hit the dagger to take a 3-0 lead in the series and to go on to Game 4 on Saturday, where they will face the Toronto Raptors once again in Canada for Game 4, 2 o'clock. Once again, I will be live for Game 4, so be sure to come through and tune in Saturday, where the Sixers have a potential chance to sweep the Raptors. I can't believe we snatched Game 3. We snatched Game 3 from the Raptors. I still cannot believe it. We're going over the stats right now. So for your Philadelphia 76ers, your MVP of the NBA, Joel Embiid, leading the way with 33 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists, followed up by James Harden with, even though he got fouled, he still was able to finish with 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists. Tyrese Maxey able to finish with 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 11 assists. Tobias Harris with 11 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists. Danny Green finishes with 9 points, making some clutch threes in the end, with as well as 7 rebounds and an assist. George Niang with 9 points, 2 rebounds, and no assists. Shake Milton with 2 points, a rebound, and an assist. And same thing for Paul Reed. The Sixers also, I'm going to point this out too. The Sixers only had 8 players score. They had 8 players scoring in this game. They only had 8 players scoring in this game. And so did the Raptors too. I just realized that. The Raptors also had 8 players score. But the Sixers get the better of them in Game 3. Joel Embiid's an animal, bro. Embiid is a beast. All right, now to the Toronto Raptors side, where you have OG Anunoby as your leading scorer with 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, followed up by Gary Trent Jr. with 24 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists, followed up by Precious Achiuwa with 20 points off the bench, 6 rebounds, and an assist, followed up by Fred VanVleet with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. Siakam following that up with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Chris Boucher with 3 points and 6 rebounds, no assists for him. Ken Burks with 2 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. And Thaddeus Young with 2 points, straight out, no rebounds, and no assists for him. Now, team stats. Getting to these. Might talk for a little bit longer, we'll see. Anyway, Sixers finish shooting from the field 51% from the field to the Raptors 44%. Sixers finish shooting from 3 42% from 3 to the Raptors 37%. Sixers shoot the ball 75% from the free throw line to the Raptors 67%. The Sixers out-rebound the Raptors 46-32. And offensively, they actually each tied with 9 rebounds. The Raptors out-assisted the Sixers 23-18. The Raptors had more blocks than the Sixers 4-3. And same thing with steals 9-5. The Raptors won the turnover battle 22-10. The Sixers had more points in the paint 42-38. And then 42 personal fouls called and 21 by each team. Yeah, man. Joel Embiid, the MVP of the NBA, winning it at the buzzer with 0.8 of a second left. I'll say it once again for the Raptors fans that want to continue to yap and cry. All right? I'll say this once again. The Toronto Raptors blew a 17-point lead and allowed the Sixers to have 22 total turnovers. The Sixers should have never won this game, but the Raptors have to blow the lead and somehow lose this game. And I'm not going to lie, Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet both had a bad game too. I'm not going to lie. I'm telling you, if Siakam or VanVleet go off, then the Raptors have this game in the bag. But they did not go off. They missed a lot of shots. That forced OG Anunoby to shoot a lot. Forced 18 shot attempts. He was 8 for 18 from the field. with 26.5 rebounds and 4 assists, like I said before. But yeah, man, that was clutch. Hold up, I'm gonna put this computer back in the charger. Just give me a second. Yeah, man. That's pretty much going to do it for me. I still cannot believe Joel Embiid manages to hit the dagger with 0.8 of a second left. But once again, appreciate everybody who came through to the stream tonight to enjoy the Sixers getting the job done in Game 3 with a clutch Joel Embiid three-pointer dagger for the win in Game 3 to take a 3-0 series lead and with a chance to sweep the Raptors here. And we'll see what we can do, man, in Game 4. Same place, different time, 2 o'clock. You should come through and tune in because I will be live for Game number 4. And let's get this done in 4, man. If we can't get it done in 4, let's get it done in 5. And again, like we always do, we're going to shout out all the people that came through. So RPF22 came late. Appreciate you. TP, Nighting, Betty Woo. Wow, the same people. Lucas Holman, appreciate you. AK Eagles Podcast, Coach Dante. MC, appreciate you. Still looking. And that's it, man. That's all the people that came through. Appreciate all of you guys who came through this stream. Every single one of the people that I listed, appreciate you guys for coming through to this stream, enjoying it with your boy, and watching the Sixers grab a great W as they beat the Toronto Raptors 104-101 on a lucky dagger by Joel Embiid to win the game. And yeah, man, that's pretty much going to do it for me. If you guys have not done so, please be sure to hit the like button on the stream. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. If you run this back on the second time, be sure to comment in the comment section anything that you want to know. And yeah, man, great win for the Sixers. But I'll talk to you guys in the next one, man. Peace out. And Joel Embiid is the best player in the NBA this season. Let's go. Everybody, peace out. Have a good night.